Daku isn't here, I think we shall get started. So yeah, investigating this toad thing. We have. So you retreated, didn't you, Bog, because you got eaten in spider form, so you dashed out of there, I believe. I'll take that as a yes from Bog. You with us?
Yeah, he's the wolf. Bog is the wolf. He was just saying.
Yeah.
Ah, the wolf.
That's just his normal character token.
Yeah, sorry, I understand now.
To decide.
Okay, so let's pick it up then. Feel free to take some movement, Mr. Bog. Oh, is it? Yeah.
I can't hear him.
We lost Zach. Oh.
Are you muted?
Maybe he disconnected. That's.
Still on the voice channel.
Yeah.
I know he said he wanted to do some sort of movement, but you know,
Yeah.
Can you guys?
running away. There we go.
Yeah, I can now. Yeah.
Goodness, I have no idea what happened. I heard you guys. I was talking. Okay. So I'm just going to, because I attacked this toad. I'm just going to move. Just kind of position myself better over here. So that'll be it for me.
Okay, that's no attack of opportunity. Okay, cool. So that finishes your turn. Now the Bullywug's turn. Okay. So you dash out of there. It's going to shuffle down. See... say Vincent. Vincent's the easiest shot for these things. And... it is going to say... blah, 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 and then it's going to throw the spear at Vincent. First DM roll of the night is a 19, which I believe will hit you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just comes in and stabs into your side for 3 points of piercing damage. And then it is going to pounce back behind the cover over here. That Bullywug's dead, so it's not going to do anything. So, Mac, you're up.
I shall drop my pizza.
Okay,
Okay.
it's a free action.
So,
Don't drop it. It's pretty bad.
is that possible? Is that what kind of damage can it cause? It's pepperoni.
Okay.
Spicy is it? Is it fire?
Yeah.
Do
Well, breathe on
question.
the- breathe on
Question.
the-
Do you eat pineapple on pizza?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Next
Hello.
turn.
This is where you
Yes.
kind of boot me
Yeah.
from the game, isn't it?
You're good.
So, I think he is going to charge forward with full movement of 25.
Okay.
Or 5 to about there, give or take, which puts this one well and truly in range for a wonderful firebolt.
Firebolt, okay. I believe that's a Dex saving throw.
Bolt, not ball.
I still think it's a saving throw, or is it to hit?
No, it isn't. Yeah, no, it's. Hang on.
It's a
There
spell
you go.
attack.
Oh, okay. So yeah, make a ranged attack.
Did I not just do that? No, I did not just
No,
do
you
that.
just
did I?
rolled damage. Yeah.
Yeah, but I like to just do it that way around.
Oh,
There we go.
Ooh.
Thank you
Wow.
very much.
That's
Have a
the way
nice
to
day.
do
Roll
it.
damage again.
Yeah, roll damage again. Yep. Another D10. Yeah.
That's 12
Okay.
in total.
And you're targeting the big old frog.
I am
old
indeed, yes,
toad.
please.
Okay, let me just check something. Okay, yeah, fantastic. So your firebolt hits and just slams onto the giant toad, recoils back with 12 points of damage, and it looks angry. I think, Mac, you've made it angry, so not so good, but a nice attack. And you stay where you are. Any bonus actions?
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna. He'll just sit there and sort of grin, and if he can, he'll try and nudge Edward to let him know how brilliant a job he'd just done.
Okay. Another bullywug comes out from behind the corner. He goes, and throws another spear at Vincent, but this one time it just clangs on the rocks next to you, doesn't hit. And then the bullywug jumps back. Okay, now giant toad attack. Oh, this is a dead giant toad. Okay, Daku, who is still not here. Daku will take the dodge action. Now the other giant toad's turn. Okay. Okay. It jumps over here, splashes down in the water, looks at Vincent, who is 1 point of exhaustion, opens its massive maw trying to bite you, and that will hit with a 23. So you take 4 points of piercing and 8 points of poison, so 12 total, Vincent. And you are, and the creature is holding you in its mouth, and it's opening its massive maw. Looks like it wants to swallow you. Can't quite swallow you yet, but you are grappled in this giant toad's maw. I think that is it. Yep. So 12 points of damage, and boom, it's got you in its mouth, starting to chew. Your hobgoblin friend will get out his longbow, carefully aim at the toad. Vincent, stay still! And he fires his longbow, and a 15. So an arrow thocks in just above. Yeah, and goes into the toad. It recoils a little bit, but is still very interested in chewing on you. Caspian.
Caspian will take a few steps forward. How high are these rocks? Like, do they provide cover from range attacks?
Not those ones, unfortunately. They're pretty low.
Okay. In that case, he will go over to this side and he will cast Mind Sliver on the toad.
Ooh,
So it needs to make a intelligence saving throw.
It's a long walk. So Mind Sliver. So yeah.
Wisdom. Sorry, wisdom save.
Wisdom. Okay, let's make a roll a wisdom save. Nope, it's not going to make a wisdom save. So 6 points of psychic damage.
No, it should have been intelligence, but here it says wisdom. I'll adapt it. But
Yeah, I always thought it was intelligence too. But I failed both of them. I rolled an intelligence saving throw and a wisdom saving throw. So fails regardless. Failed both of them.
Yeah, and if it needs to make a saving throw before my next turn, it subtracts a d4.
Okay, so it makes an attack minus a d4. Okay, cool, Caspian. So Mind Sliver, the toad is shaking its head and Vincent's shaking along with it. I'm assuming that's your turn. Edward, all the way from Malaysia.
Edward will look at Morgred and say, well, I did try the civilized way. You keep calling me a barbarian, but fighting it is, it seems. I pick up my great sword, dash towards this giant frog, and hack away. I will use the wolf as a spring to kind of lunge forward towards him.
Okay.
And I think it hits. Did he roll?
It did with a 23. That definitely hits. Yeah, you hack the creature. It's still doggedly hanging on to Vincent, but yeah, 5 points of greatsword damage. Nice.
Yeah, and I'll stay there looking at Vincent. Just stay behind me. I'll handle it.
Vincent, you've been
I'm
told to stay
inside
behind,
his
but you're in a...
mouth.
Yep, sorry, carry on, Vincent.
I can attack.
Let me see. Technically, you
I'm
are
only grappled,
grappled,
right?
yeah. So movement is 0, that's it.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to use my double blade scimitar. Try to thrust it like deeper into his throat.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's one attack.
Yep, that hits. $17. Holy crap. So you did your charisma right and you just rolled really well on your damage. That is maximum damage, I believe. Yep.
Yeah, 3d4.
Yeah, maximum damage.
Yeah, okay. So you carve a huge chunk out of this thing and it's bleeding profusely, but it doesn't go down.
Yeah, I still has a bonus attack I can take. Let's see. 18.
That hits as well. Okay, you carve a massive chunk out of the toad, and it's still got a grip on you, but then falls to the ground dead.
Yeah, I'm inside his mouth and I can't get out. Help! Okay, pull my legs. Help!
Okay, you could do you have your movement now because you're no longer grappled.
Okay. So these things here they provide cover, right?
Yes, they do.
So I think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move here
Okay.
and stay here behind cover here.
Okay, cool. So from the corridor to the south, I guess fourth bullywug appears, and sorry, did anybody understand the bullywugs? I can't remember. No, I don't think so. No one's going to speak that. No. So it comes out and it's got a spear in its hand, but it doesn't throw it or attack anybody. It kind of points it towards you and goes blah, 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 blah. Doesn't attack. Another bullywug comes out. Well, a different bullywug comes out, does the same thing, starts brandishing his spear, going blah, 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 blah. Then ducks back behind cover. Bog.
Y'all can hear me now, right?
Yep.
All right, so Big Toadie's dead. So Bog will, I guess, this is normal terrain, right?
Yep.
Alrighty. So I will run up on, let's say, to about the side, or about right there.
Mm-hmm.
And my token, I'm in the dark now, I can't.
Okay, let me give you... Should see now.
There we go, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to bite this bullywug.
Wait, does your wolf have night vision?
No, but okay, wait, so
I'm holding a torch, or I had a torch. That's why I can see as well.
yeah, actually every time I click on the wolf token, the whole screen goes dark. Regardless.
Okay, let me just reset your vision then. How's that?
No, for some reason you know what okay, now that's better. Okay, that's better. Yeah, okay, so I can see this one in the dim light. So I will run over to this one and right here, and I will bite.
Okay. 10. So double click there. 10 misses, unfortunately. So you try to bite the bullywug, but it just dodges out the way.
Yep, and I will just want to make sure. Yes, I still have a little bit of movement. I'll use my remaining movement to just kind of come right. Can I do that? Can I occupy the same space as that corpse?
You can. If you move away from the bullywug, though, it's going to take a swipe at you.
Oh. Okay, I'll just stay here.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. Cool. Nice. Mac.
So, the bullywug that we've just been talking about, that one I'm marking, I'm going to cast a minor illusion, and I want to cast the sound, so almost like a recording of what the bullywug was saying and shouting, right back in its face at the same sort of volume. Try and give it a bit of a surprise and see whether it actually is an answer to the question it's already asking, if that makes sense.
So you're mimicking the noise that this bullywug made right back at it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
make a
absolutely.
performance check.
Ooh, okay. Bum, 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 bum.
Okay, you make the noise. Okay. I'll tell you what the bullywug does if it does anything on its turn.
Okay. And he's just going to stay where he is.
Okay. This bullywug's gonna swing out here again. It's gonna swing back over here. Daku is still not here. We'll continue to take the dodge action. Giant Toad is dead. Mac! What are these things saying? I don't understand. Why aren't they attacking? Is Mac going to respond?
Is Mac going to respond, did you say? Sorry.
He says to Mac, why aren't these things attacking?
Sorry, I didn't hear that part. So Mac's going to go, I've no idea. I've absolutely no idea. But should we just stand back?
He's divided what to do. On a 1 to 3, he's going to attack. Screw these bullywugs! And he gets out his longbow. And he's going to shoot it at the one next to there. And bugger it! The arrow just flies through the corridor, doesn't hit anything. Well, gets answered my own question. Caspian, what are we doing?
He's going to climb on this rock just to get it stand a little bit higher, and he's going to try to mime in a way like drop your weapons or die, basically just like trying to intimidate them to make them drop their weapons.
Okay, make a performance check, and this will affect how your intimidation works. So let's see how well you communicate and mime.
Okay, that is sadly a disadvantage.
Oh, yes, you're right. Ooh, not bad. Okay, now make an intimidation check, which I guess would be a disadvantage as well, since you're poisoned.
Damn it.
Okay, once again, we'll see how this performance intimidation works once it comes back to their turn. Okay, but Caspian, yeah, on the rock doing an interpretive dance almost. Edward.
What's the kind of feeling that I get from the bullywug sounds? Like, are they generally just trying to tell us just leave?
Make an insight check.
This is with disadvantage, isn't it?
Since you're exhausted, yes. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, you don't know. You don't know what they're doing. You have no idea. Maybe they're preparing for a flurry of blows. Maybe they're retreating. Maybe they're giving up. Maybe they're eating you for dinner. No idea.
They are not here. They're not attacking. So what Edward does, he puts his great sword on his back, and he opens his jacket, and you see around his waist there's lots of puppets, marionettes that have like wrapped around his belt, and he's gonna grab two of them. One of them is a goblin, and the other one is a chariot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna, with my marionettes, with my puppets in front of me, I'm just gonna perform the chariot chasing the goblin, just hinting that we are looking for a goblin. And then I'm just gonna talk it out, but they probably won't understand. Like, look, we mean you no harm. We just come from very far, and I move the chariot looking for a goblin, and I make the goblin jump. Bolbara, I say her name. Have you seen her? If not, we're just gonna leave.
Make a performance check. At disadvantage because you're exhausted.
Yeah. Oh, I think I need to roll again, but that was already very bad.
Yeah, could get worse. Yeah.
Didn't.
Okay, so using your interpretive puppets, make a persuasion check on top of that. As you, make a persuasion check. This is going to be a difficult one based on your interpretive puppet dance. Yeah. Okay. I'll let you know how the bullywugs react when it's their turn.
Really tired. Just why did you make me do this? Done.
Okay. Vincent.
Okay, I'm kind of confused why everybody is hesitating because those guys just throw two spears on my face already. So, let me see. So I guess I'm going to move here. Can I jump over the fence here?
No, you can't.
Nope.
Actually, I'll put it.
Okay. So I'm going to go right here. Still use the fence here as a cover, and we're gonna attack this guy here. And no talking, just slashing. That's how Vincent talks.
Okay.
So first slash.
That hits. That hits against this bullywog here. Yeah, okay, you hack into it. Yeah. This one that hasn't attacked and has only shouted, you slaughter it and it falls to the ground dead.
Okay, I think I have 5 of movement. I'm gonna move here and then I'm gonna stay low to the ground here, hiding a little bit.
Okay, cool. So slash it down. It's not going to get a turn. This one is going to get a turn. Oh, let's move that to the back. And it is going to stab you. First of all, it's going to try and bite you. And the bite's going to miss. It's going to stab you with its spear, two-handed, which is also going to miss. So you're dodging nicely.
Wow.
Bog. And the Edward and Caspian, apparently your performances seems to have no effect on them, apart from their attacking now. But that might be related to something else. But anyway, Bog, it's your turn.
Malcolm, anything to do with my my illusion? Is that? I take it that did nothing then in that case.
Nope.
Oh, was it good though?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Thanks. Okay, that's all I care about.
So I will just go the 10 feet to this bullywug, and I will attempt to bite it.
Okay.
Wow. Oh wait, I get Wait. Where do pack tactics? It's in 5 feet, not capacitated. Is Vincent within 5 feet, or he's within 10, right?
Uh,
And
let's have a look
5
at
feet from the
dialogue.
target.
Yeah, is within 5 feet of the creature. He's within 5 feet of this creature, so you do get advantage.
Oh, perfect. Okay, good. I read that as me. Okay, so second time, hopefully better. Great. Okay, I
Yep,
believe that hit.
That does hit.
Ouch.
Why is that not working?
And if he's not dead,
yeah.
if he's not dead, he'd have to make a saving throw.
He is dead.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. I'm assuming that's your turn.
Yep. Well, at this angle, the dim light doesn't proceed beyond this little wooden barrier, right? So I don't see any other creatures.
That's correct. You do not see any other creatures.
Well, I moved only 10 feet to get here, so I will move. I can move basically all the way into here, so I will just slowly go around. And I still don't, in the light, I don't see anything. So I'm just going to hang out here, I guess, kind of helping buffer Vincent a little bit. That'll be my turn.
Okay, nice. The bullywug shouts at you. Blah, 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 blah. And... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Splashes into the water. So it jumps around the wolf, splashes into the water, and is ignoring you, Caspian. Just heading that way. Daku takes the dodge action. And Morgred says, well, I guess we're killing this. And he shoots his bow. Bow hits. Sinks into the bullywug for 4 points of piercing damage. I never did like frogs. Caspian.
Guys, do we really have to murder every one of them? We basically just barge into their home and slaughtering them. Is this really necessary? And that's his turn.
Okay, nice. Edward.
Well, in my business, it's better not to leave any witnesses, and I'm just going to chase around him and finish the job.
Okay.
Can I reach him with my greatsword?
If you move there, you could, like right there, you could.
Yeah. I'm just gonna finish it off. I tried to talk to them. I am trying to roll. Oh, yes, I fail. Sorry, it's very slow.
That's right. What did you roll?
No, we rolled twice.
So the first one,
Not
oh
twice.
yes, natural one is a bit. Okay, so
Yeah, guess I miss.
that is a miss. So swing and a miss, a swoosh. Okay, I'm assuming that's your turn. Vincent, do you listen to Caspian or do you listen to Edward?
I think it's too late for diplomacy. Yeah, I mean, let's do this guy a favor and make him meet his friends in the frog heaven early. So I'm going to attack. 12.
12 will not hit. Just swing and a miss.
Okay, and then I'm gonna spin with my bonus attack.
And that one does hit.
Okay. 7 damage.
7 damage. It cuts deep into the bullywug. It looks to flee, turns its back to you, starts hurtling down the corridor. You slash it across the back, stumbles, takes a couple of steps, then falls into the water dead as its red blood starts dripping and polluting the river.
I look at Caspian and look.
Wow.
We tried. We can't say we didn't try. We did try to talk to them. They're just unreachable.
Yeah.
Now
I
we
think
have the whole
We tried
place
for a
safe.
couple of seconds. And
Yeah, the
then we
language
fought another
barrier.
one.
I mean, the language barrier here was too difficult to deal with.
And we're all very tired to just have a diplomacy with frogs. Anyways, is there any signable bar? I ask people ahead as I start moving the lantern a bit forward.
I mean, if you like, you could have a general explore around the covert. Clear the.
I'll just hold the light because I'm very tired from the bad night of sleep. I'll let someone else investigate it.
Yeah, I'll also be tired. I'm gonna just put my back against the wall here and sit here.
Caspian is going to use his wand of detect magic and just going to sweep around the cavern.
Nope. Nothing pings as magical. You do find a bunch of stuff, they will say, as you guys search. You find all of this. It's scattered around the cavern.
Mm.
Cool.
What were they doing with all of this?
Holding it clearly,
I
yeah.
mean, we can still sell it. But this
Yeah,
magnifying
magnifying
glass can be useful. I guess.
Are you short-sighted?
No, I mean, you can use it to also make fire if you want to, I guess.
Or look at butterflies.
Yeah. Or look at butterflies.
In Caspian, you say none of this has any magical power. It's just trinkets that they gathered.
This is indeed an assortment of shiny trinkets that they collected, I guess, which they just thought interesting.
Oh well, there's no Bulbara. I guess back at the shrooms?
Yeah, that's also a question. Did we find any sign of Bobara here?
I don't know. That's the list of things that you found. And sorry, Joe / Darku said he couldn't make it this week, so I forgot about that. So
Just seen his message yet. Okay, that's a shame.
Well, if that's it, I'd rather we just go. It's early in the day. Can make some.
Yeah, let's make haste.
all right. Well, we've slaughtered some bullywugs. There's still this obelisk that we saw. There's still this unusual mound. What do we do? It's a balance, right?
The obelisk is close, I think, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
okay.
just go to the obelisk and then straight to
Yeah.
Fort Venture. Like, the hill is a really far distance away. We might be able to go there on the way back.
I'll maintain as a wolf as long as I can. Does it take longer than? Well, at some point, Malcolm, if you let me know when it's been like an hour or so, and then I can't speak as a wolf, so I'm gonna stay as the wolf until then.
I'll put it this way: it takes 3 hours to get to the obelisk. Everything going well.
Okay, so I mean, if they make their way there, I'll just follow, and then I guess an hour in, if we're already on the way, then there's nothing for me to say other than I agree with our current trajectory. But
Cool. Oh, who's gonna navigate us through the swamp?
I am in the condition today. I'm pretty exhausted.
I'm quite sure I'm the most well-capable navigator, even in my current state of tiredness. So you guys just follow me, okay? I've come to learn the swamp, and I love this. I feel like I'm part of the swamp.
If you get us lost,
Maybe
I'm
I
gonna
was-
be upset. Okay, make a survival check at disadvantage, Edward.
Oh, I did investigation.
I have a bad feeling about it.
Okay, just roll again.
Forget that roll. Forget that roll. It's a completely different. Oh, look at that! It wasn't completely terrible.
It wasn't completely good either. Roll me
My 19 is a natural 20.
if only it wasn't disadvantage. Okay, roll me a d6.
Sure thing. What?
Whoa! 1 to the power of 6.
Holy,
You rolled a million on a d6. That's impressive.
1 million dragons. Okay.
Okay. I'm not going to do this. This is what I'll do.
You go backwards.
Okay, you end up somewhere. Okay. It all makes sense. You're still in a forest. So, yeah. Make me another...
Survival?
maybe by this time I'm not a wolf anymore. After 45-ish minutes and something, I'll, be back to Bog and kind of go up to Edward and say, really, really good job, Edward. But, do you mind if I kind of take it from here until maybe we get there?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, everyone gets a go. Yeah, I mean, I doubt you can do better than me, but go ahead.
Yeah, I think I learned. Watching you as a wolf, I think I really learned a couple things I can use. So thank you. Just kind of smirk and see if I do any better here. And then I don't.
Okay, roll me a d6. Bog?
Didn't learn a lot. Sorry.
And with that modifier, oh, that's a shame.
2. Okay.
Ooh.
Went direction 4 and then went direction 2.
Yep. Okay, you're still in swampland. Still surrounded by trees.
Well,
No,
we shouldn't be there because we ascertained it was around 3 hours, right? So we still don't know we're lost.
Now I have a question, Malcolm. I have the Outlander background, and I'm wondering if this helps at all with these types of things. I have an excellent memory for maps and geography. You can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features. Would that help at all in this scenario?
Well, that you've been to, you'd have a memory of. So I tell you what we'll do. You can have advantage on your survival rolls. I think we'll do it that way. Okay. So make another roll now, just to account for your survival. So it's 9 so far, and with advantage, 24. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, you're still surrounded by swampland. You've been traveling for 2 hours. Bog, I feel like this is almost what you were born to do with, going to unusual locations. Bog, while you're at it, can you just roll me a flat D... what is it? It's a D20, please. 8. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Nothing happens as a result of your 8. and make me another survival check at advantage. Ooh. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, you're still surrounded by woodlands. Make me another survival check at advantage. Oh, 23 is good enough.
I'm really looking out for like that obelisk tower type thing, trying to make sure I can use that as a landmark of sorts.
Okay. Well, you find yourself a little further south than you would have expected. Seems as if whatever Edward was going, it took you a little bit further south, but now you can see the obelisk. Takes you more like 4 hours to get there, so a slight wrong turn at the start. But you arrive at this obelisk-looking thing, and ahead of you, you see this mossy knoll rising out of the marsh with a curious standing stone at its center. A jagged 8-foot-tall monolith of black rock. The stone is laced with veins of crystal that shimmers with a strange light.
Margaret, what is that? I'll just say really tired at this point.
I'm not entirely sure. Anybody who's proficient in Arcana or Religion, can you roll for me, please? If you're proficient in
I
Arcana
am.
or Religion.
I am.
Proficient in deception.
Not useful in this case. Is
Oh,
that it?
nice roll. Damn, guys, you put my rolls to shame.
Well, I guess we've got one proficient in Arcana, no in Religion, but that's fine. A 23 is enough, Vincent. Okay, I'm just going to whisper something to you, and you can do with this information what you want, Vincent.
Ooh.
It's almost like the crystal is alive, is it?
Some type of energy about it for sure.
Okay, so.
Oh, I have a
let's see.
close look at Mac. Make sure he doesn't storm into it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, Edward, please keep the hands off this, of this gnome out of this, because this is a dark thing. This is
Hey, this is a
ritual.
free land. If he wants to touch it, he can very well do it.
But
He just
if
needs
he
to let us all
dies-
know so we go very far away.
Oh,
But
I
if
hadn't
he
thought
dies,
about
then-
touching it.
If he dies, then it's on you then. This
No,
is
it's
a
on him.
choice.
It's his choice.
Why shouldn't I touch it? What is it cold? And he's going to put his hand out and just move a little bit closer.
Okay.
Can you at least
No,
let
but-
me say what is this thing?
Vincent is making that face like he knows what it is, but
Okay.
he's hiding something. Do you know about this, Vincent?
I need a drink or a beer or something. Okay, guys. Look, I think Bobar was using this thing as a ritual stone to maybe talk to her patron or something. This is used for rituals and dark incantations. So I think Bobar probably was in this place here.
Hey, Margaret, who's Bulbara's patron? I'll ask him.
Not entirely sure. She never said. Dark entity from what we understood, but she was useful to the tribe. And she did say that she'd go into the swamp, commune with her god, or a patron at least, and then come back. So I think Vincent is onto something. I think Bulbara, this is where she usually would come to.
And there's absolutely no reason for us to worry about her patron, right? I say knowingly that he has notes from Lord Befall saying that he should worry about it, just to see his reaction.
Mulgrid gives you a sideway glance and kind of grimaces a little bit. Well, here's the thing. If she's taken to Fort Venture, she's been captured, what's the first thing they're going to do? What do you guys think?
I don't know.
Well, why would they capture her in the first place?
Yeah, I mean,
You guys are well aware there's a war going on, right?
Yes, but the only reason I see to capture her is for money, to trade, to bargain.
Maybe.
She's important to the leader of Urzen, right?
Yeah, no demands have been made, though, which is strange. But you could be right. Maybe there's a demand coming. 1,000 gold for the release of her or something. Or maybe a prisoner exchange. You could be right.
Or power, or borders opened. It could be anything. If your lord is willing to pay, but why? You have other ideas? Why do you think she got captured? For power?
Maybe. I mean, the most simplest explanation is, there's a Dwendalian Empire and there's a dynasty, and they're at war. While Urzen is kind of loosely associated with the dynasty, I don't think that would make much of a difference to any Dwendalian soldiers who might have found her. But, she is powerful. Maybe they've bitten off more than they can chew. Maybe they just flat out killed her. Don't know.
yeah. I guess there is only one way to find out, right? Let's try to find any... Let's see if there is any tracks here, and if not, then I presume you can go straight to the Fort Venture, right? Because I think that's it. That's the place that she was probably...
Whatever they're doing with her, I'm quite certain that they're still at Fort Venture, because we saw some activity. Some birds were flying away from it. Mac told us, like yesterday. I don't feel like we're too late. But yeah, I think Vincent is right here. Perhaps have a look of any recent activity around here. Perhaps signs of struggle. Bog, you seem to know your way around it. Would you help me have a look?
Yeah, as he's saying this, just start looking around and see if we can see those types of things, right? Broken branches or twigs or dirt kind of moved around.
Okay, sure. Make anybody looking around, make me a survival check to see if you can spot any tracks, anything like that.
Would I get advantage on this?
Yeah, I'm assisting you. I'll assist you if I can. I'll do the aid action, help action.
Yeah. But to answer your question, Bog, no, not for this particular survival check, because you were checking for tracks. But you can make it again, as I think Edward was helping you. So roll again, Bog. Okay, 16, 22. Okay, so Vincent and Bog working together. Number one, it's very hard to find tracks normally in the swamp, but you wouldn't remember this is on a small mossy knoll, so it's relatively area of dry land. And you look around, and you do see some goblinoid tracks and some human tracks. And I think with a 22, Vince, you notice there's been some sign of struggle. And then the tracks are heading southwest. And you
reiterate.
And I'll say, yep.
Go ahead.
One other thing, you also notice as you're taking a closer look in and around the obelisk, you notice there's 3 of the stones inside the obelisk are kind of quite loose. And you suspect if you wanted to grab them, they'd be easily removed.
Like in the actual obelisk or just around it?
In the obelisk. So little cracked pieces which looks like you could grab a piece of the obelisk and take it out.
Yeah, I think I would do that, suspecting that maybe there was a fight here and maybe it was smashed, and it would help look for more clues. Yeah, but I'll do that.
So you're going to grab a
But
fragment?
before, if I see Bog doing this, I'll kind of try. I don't know if I see it or not. If you're trying to do it stealthily or
No, I mean you just would have seen me kind of like walking around,
okay,
looking at the
I'll
ground,
just wait for
and
you
then
to
looking at the
stop.
obelisk and like inspecting it more closely and like slowly just reaching towards it to look closer.
Say, hey, Bog, wait. Morgan just said that this is how Bulbara communes with a god. I'm not arcane inclined. I mean, I'm not like you, Mac. You seem like a pro. But perhaps we can do the same? I don't know how these things work, but normally you attune to magic items. Perhaps we can attune to this somehow? Perhaps we can try and understand it? Clearly something smashed it. Maybe it's not working well. Maybe before we take things off, we try to use it as it is?
But what's the price? I mean, if it's a dark god, it's gonna cost us something.
Does this look? Does the obelisk itself and the stone, does it look natural, like a natural part of this environment, or something from just nature in general?
It looks very unusual for this area. I mean, it's a swamp and it's a monolith of black rock. It doesn't really naturally occur. So something's unusual about it. And of course, the crystals that shimmer with a strange light. So, very much out of place.
If no one's willing to touch it, I don't mind trying. Look, weird shit happened to us during our trip, so...
I'm going to use my Fearbulg magic and cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
And just see if I can get any more idea of what's going on with this obelisk.
Okay, so you cast Detect Magic, and the whole obelisk is glowing with magical energy, and the magical energy is divination.
Divination. So anyone who's looking, I mean, would see my eyes kind of like gloss over, like light blue. My pupils kind of turn a different color as I look at the obelisk and see this aura around it, the entire thing, and I'll kind of pull my hand away after whoever was speaking with me. I think it was Edward, perhaps, or Vincent, but explain that. Yeah, I mean, this definitely looks unusual for the area, and it's pulsing with magic, divination magic in particular. It looks like. I'm definitely interested, and I'm curious, but you're right. I am a little afraid of what happens if we touch it or take some.
But
I'd say it's a great
an obelisk
opportunity.
that specific. Do you think it specifically contacts patron Volpara, or just any god or godlike being that you are in contact with? Because as far as I could tell, there's no specific signs on this obelisk that indicated to be for one specific being.
As he says that, just some things are going through Bog's mind, and kind of at this point in his life, certain things are a little more dangerous to him than others, and this, for whatever reason, is his curiosity is overbalancing the caution. So he is just gonna see if he can grab. I think he'll take his club, and he'll take the smaller end of it and see if he can dislodge a piece of it from the obelisk.
Okay, easy enough to do. You get your club, you get behind this one of these loose fragments. You think there's about 3 of them you could pry out, and you pry out one of them, and it falls to the ground.
And nothing happens other than it falling?
Nope.
Then yeah, I'll just bend down, inspect it closer, and if inspecting it closer and getting closer to it doesn't really change anything, then I'll pick it up.
Yeah, you go down on your haunches and hover over top of it, kind of move your hands around it to see if it glows. Doesn't, and you pick it up in your hand and nothing happens. It's still glowing with that type of energy from the obelisk, But apart from that, nothing bad apparently happens.
Yeah. In particular, if nothing happens to me, I'll continue to look at it until I feel like I've gotten a good look at it, and then I'll just kind of stash it and keep it.
Okay, can you make me an Arcana check, Bog? The stone does
right.
something, but you don't know what it is.
Yeah, if I don't feel anything or notice anything different, then I keep it. Otherwise, I'll drop it if I feel anything different.
You don't feel anything different. You look at it, trying to work out maybe. You just don't know.
Okay.
It's still glowing, though.
Are you fine, Bog?
I feel great.
I don't know. Your hair is looking more bluer than usual.
Oh, that's not the worst. The worst reaction. I mean, I definitely don't want to mess with something that will hurt me, but I feel good for now. And who knows, this might be used something somewhere sometime. So, does it cast any light at all?
A very, very light blue light.
Like, okay, I'm
Would
curious
it be
at some
useful as
point.
a torch, though. It's not
Okay.
that bright.
Got it. All right. Well, yeah. I'll put the piece in my pocket. And I'll be like, if anyone wants to, there's a couple more pieces there.
Well, what time of the day is it? Do we need to start finding a place for shelter, or do we think we can make it to Fort Venture today?
Well, you lost a little bit of time with your side with who was it, Edward? I think taking you in slightly off the wrong direction. You could push forward to Fort Venture, everything going well, and you'd arrive there at dusk.
Yeah, maybe try and make as much distance as we can, and have a closer look during night.
Malcolm, does
Yes.
this you said the obelisk was on a slightly higher raised ground that's also a bit drier.
Yep.
Would this place offer a safe place for shelter that would not
Well-
require a constitution saving throw?
Well,
make
I'm not
food
going
night?
to answer that question, but I'm going to tell you that would be a nicer sleeping area. I mean, everything around here is boggy marsh, and you have spent some nights in boggy marsh, and it's just plain old not nice. This area is at least dry, so I'll let you decide whether that's a safer place to sleep or not.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
looking
Okay.
to Mac, and I can see in his eyes like he's really want to pick this one piece of this rock. So I'm gonna say, Mac, if you want to grab, I think it's fine. I just was worried about you. Okay, so yeah, I think it's fine.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mac will, in that case, because he's now been given permission, will run forward and cuddle the obelisk.
Okay. Gives off a slight energy, but other than that, no negative effects. So what was Caspian saying?
Well, I think it might be best if we just spend the night here. We could, of course, push forward today, but then we'd be exhausted and tired when we get to Fort Venture. And most of us are either sick from the mushrooms or exhausted, and I think we could get a proper night's sleep on this drier high ground. And then just
In any
make it there tomorrow.
other situation, I would agree with you, but there's signs of struggle here. That means that our suspicion that she's been captured or might be dead might be real. I don't know. We might be short on time if we want to succeed and get paid.
True, but if we get there tonight, I don't think any one of us is in any shape to take on a fort.
Yeah.
I vote we get as close as we can. Rest close to the fort. Perhaps scout it. Some of us can scout overnight. If not, at least we're closer.
Yeah, and I'll explain that if we take a shorter rest, I'll be able to either as myself or maybe more cautiously summon a familiar to scout out the area. While we're resting, and we can go visit the next day.
As
So
long as we
out
find a place.
of character, I get wild shape back after a short rest, and I can do this wild companion feature that lets me do find familiar. So I can scout a little bit, have it fly away, and come back.
Yeah, I get it. I just think if we have to spend the night in the marshes, it will be a bad day tomorrow.
I can see like part of the mountain there. Like maybe if we walk towards the mountain, we can find also a drier place closer to the mountain.
And we'll be losing the natural cover of the swamp.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if you guys are tired, I look at Vincent. Are you still very injured?
Yeah, you can see like.
If you guys want to rest, fine. I'm also tired. Let's just find a place. And he succumbs, and for as much as he's thinking about the gold that he might lose, yeah, okay, he's okay if you guys want to rest just around here somewhere. He will rest.
So what about we take a short rest and then we travel like the maximum that we can, and then we see what we can do. Can we take like 1 hour short rest?
Is that going to help us all, though?
I think Boggy is gonna get something back, and also I can get some.
Vincent
some
is
HP
quite
back.
injured.
Yeah, no, Pepe. Okay.
Okay, so it sounds like you guys are taking a short rest. Before we get to that, though, is anybody taking this time to investigate the obelisk further or anything like that?
Yeah,
So
Caspian would do that because he's not really in need of a short rest.
yeah, and Mac's still attached to it, and he's going to talk to it in a moment. If now's a good time. If we decided we're resting, he's going to hold on to it and say, "Oh, great phallus of the swamp rising up in front of us! Please help us stay here and make sure we're safe while we rest and find our way."
Okay,
And he's going to stay attached to it.
Okay.
I'm not going to look at Mac play with the phallus of the swamp. I'm just going to gaze somewhere else.
Okay, and so Caspian, I think you were checking it out as well.
Yeah, Caspian thinks that it's not just something to connect to Bulbara's patron, but like some deity, and he's gonna see if he can contact some celestial being, as every ASMR supposedly has an angelic guide, and he's gonna see if he can kind of make contact with that guide through this obelisk.
So that was Caspian and Mac checking it out, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so the rest of you kind of gather not that far on this relatively dry ground and just, rest up, start repairing your wounds. And can everybody except Caspian and Mac please roll me a d20?
Ooh.
Okay. So as you're getting ready to repair your wounds are not yet, so don't roll your hit dice yet. And we'll get to what happens with Caspian and Mac at the end of the short rest, which hasn't yet happened. As you're resting, Vincent, and looking around, you feel something slither around your leg. And you look down, and this thing isn't a small snake. It's actually quite a big snake. And looking at your passive perceptions, this thing rolled quite nicely for its stealth, so no one sees this coming. And this giant constrictor snake slithers right up behind you. And I'm going to call this creature Tooth for some reason.
No. That's not fair. Where is the helmet?
It's not wearing a helmet. Oh, maybe. Anyway, it comes up, it slithers around you, and this little thing you feel around your feet comes in, fully envelops you, and it's going to get advantage, and it constricts around you and starts squeezing. Oh dear. And you take 16 points of damage. And you fall down. You see the blood pouring out of Vincent's eyes as this thing's got a grip on him. That was its surprise round. No one spotted it. And let's do one of these. Okay.
I'm still tired, right? So I take the 6.
I'm down.
You still roll the initiative.
Yeah, roll initiative, because of death saving throws.
Of course. Okay. I think in this case it's not bad, I think.
Okay, let's do one of these. Okay, so you're watching the horror as Vincent is just gobbled up by this giant constrictor snake and blood starts pouring out of his eyes. He's in a very bad state. And yeah, I think we missed some initiative tokens there. So Caspian, who don't we have?
Oh, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. I got 22.
Okay, here's the way you can fix that manually. So click on your token again.
Okay.
And just roll any old initiative. Oh, well, I got 22 anyway. But you can manually adjust that. Like you can just click on it. See, I changed it to 2.
Yeah.
So you can manually do that yourself.
Well, I just wasted 2 natural 20s, so hopefully the odds are in my favor.
Okay, and Daku might be able to join us. So I'm going to roll Daku in. I just have to bring up his character sheet. That one. And make sure I've got his token. There you go. And Daku, I'm going to make him an active participant as he wasn't really in the last one. He might be able to join us. It's a maybe. Bog! Vincent, limp in this creature's grip, blood pouring out of his eyes and his ears. He is messed up. What do you do?
Well, we did not finish our short rest, correct?
No, you did not.
Yikes. Alright. Well, if he's in his... Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. I'm scared of this thing. And no one else can really heal, so I'm just going to cast Healing Word.
Okay, so Vincent, you come back to life as you feel the... Where does Bog get his power from? Just from nature itself, or...?
Yeah, simply it'll be nature itself. I mean, he does everything as a pretty typical druid, so yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the power of Mother Nature itself's come and imbibes your body with some healing thing. You're still in a very bad state, but at least you're not dead, Vincent.
I'll say this actually for roleplay purposes that
Sure.
Vincent would in his unconscious state like kind of feel like however this works, essentially, maybe as he comes to, but kind of like feel the wind rustle through the leaves, and he would actually hear, still nature-based, but he would still hear, for some reason, like a woman's voice just whisper and say, "Get up," and then he's healed.
And you get up. Nice. And do you stay where you are, Bog? And you still have an action, of course.
Yeah, I'm a little. I'll move about right here. I should. Yep, I'll move right here by Mordred, just hoping to distract the snake a little bit.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
And while I'm using this swamp battle map, this is on the dry land, so difficult terrain. And this is obviously the obelisk.
Oh, so this would be difficult terrain?
No, it's not difficult terrain, sorry.
Oh, not. Okay.
Because last time we were on this particular map, it was swampy, but since you're on this dry hillock, it's not difficult terrain. And this is the obelisk. Okay, cool. Okay, Bog, nice. Any action?
Yeah, I'll take that. It's the only thing I can really do. I'm going to take that piece of obelisk out of my hand, and I'm going to throw it at the snake.
Okay, make, I guess, a ranged attack, I guess. If you have any ranged weapons, you can just roll with that. Or roll a d20 plus your proficiency plus your dex. Up to you.
Alright, so proficiency 2, dex 2, so it's going to be this plus 4.
You're not proficient with rocks by the sound of things. And you throw it and this little bit of glowing rock over here is now your rock. Very, I don't know. Not your strong suit, so yeah, it goes
That
wide.
looks very odd to everyone else, for sure.
Okay, Daku. Daku is going to do something, as he's hopefully going to join us in a second or two. What can Daku do? What is he? He's a rogue. He doesn't have a long-ranged weapon. That's kind of strange. Oh,
Malcolm, I think you just jumped me, by the way.
Oh, sorry, Mac. My apologies. I have a bad habit of doing that. Yep.
No problem. Well, actually, to be fair, does Mac know what's going on? Because he's too busy cuddling the obelisk.
Oh,
Would he actually get a turn, do you think?
Because you heard the healing word and you see Vincent. Yeah, still constricted.
Okay, awesome.
Blood all over his face.
So in that case, turning around and seeing what's going on, he's going to let out a little yelp. And he's going to try and do whatever he can to save Vincent. So he is going to attack using Chill Touch, which reminds us of an old friend.
That's a cantrip, and yeah, the Chill Touch goes. Her ghostly hand comes out, grips a constrictor around the heart. Roll me a damage. Yep, that hits.
Cool.
Is there anything else with Chill Touch, or it's just that damage?
I think it's just
can't regain a HP.
Can't regain HP.
Is that what it is? Yeah, okay. Cool.
Okay, yeah, but a ghostly hand shoots out, constricts the heart, causing neither chill damage or ranged attack, but that's fine. Okay, cool. And do you stay where you are, Mac?
Yeah, he's going to stay where he is, and he's just going to shout out, "Hey, friend, not food."
Okay, Daku's going to take a few steps back. He's going to pull out his short bow, stick the tongue out of the side of his mouth, and he's going to shoot with his short bow, hopefully hitting and doing sneak attack damage. He does hit. And does that include the sneak attack damage? Yes, it does. So his arrow flies across and strikes true. And Vincent, you're distracting it well enough that it does a little bit of extra damage. Gets 11 points of damage. And Daku shall, let's bring it out from range. Let's take it out from range. And that will be his turn. Caspian.
Caspian is going to move over here. And then he's gonna whisper some horrible things into its ear and cast Dissonant Whispers. And it
Okay.
needs to make a Wisdom saving throw, DC 14.
Wisdom saving throw DC 14. Okay. Wisdom, right? Wisdom?
Yeah, Wisdom.
Wisdom DC 14. It rolls a dirty 20.
God damn it.
So unfortunately,
6 points of damage.
Oh, I still take 6. Okay, and that's a leveled.
Yeah, still
okay.
half damage.
Okay, so
But otherwise, I had to go. Oh, Vincent. God damn it.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, strike's true. Very good. Okay, is that your turn, Caspian?
It is.
Okay, Morgrid comes up approximately beside you, and that's good. Let's get it down from distance before it can get another attack on Vincent. He fires off his longbow, and it shoots down into the swamp. Misses. Ah, damn it. Edward.
I have had enough of this swamp and its swampy creatures. Just flash, great sword, downwards movement, trying to cut the tail of this thing.
Okay.
Hoping to hit with a 16.
A 16 does hit. Ooh, 14.
And I'll use Action Surge, and with an upward movement try to slice its jaw out of his head.
Okay.
I think that will be a miss.
Yeah, you hit it, but it just bounces off its scaly hide.
Right.
Okay. And you're staying there, Edward?
I am staying right where I am.
Okay. The giant constrictor snake is not like being shot by all these arrows. It's going to take Vincent. It's going to take Vincent with advantage because Vincent, you're still on the ground. So it constricts, tries to wrap around him again. Succeeds.
I'll use my reaction because it's attacking someone else. Other than me, I will use my sentinel reaction to attack him.
Okay. The sentinel feat, absolutely.
What is wrong with my rolls?
Oh, 11. See, that's unfortunate because two things happen. One, Vincent, you're not going to be able to survive this, so you fall down again and more blood starts pouring out of him and he's limp. And if your sentinel attack would have worked, it wouldn't be able to do this. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Starts dragging the body of Vincent away. And that was your reaction, right? Your sentinel reaction, so you don't get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, it would be.
Does the snake move with the body?
Yeah, it's constricted, so it's dragging Vincent away.
Yeah, but how does a snake move with a body? Like, snakes move.
Captain? It's quite big.
They can like hold their
Yeah,
head
no,
up.
I get.
They can like hold their like neck head area up and just move their body, I think.
What are you saying, David? Is it...
Snakes
Well,
drag corpses
when
all the time.
they do? Okay. It's just
Was that
I'll
moving?
YouTube
the snake is wrapped around.
So sorry, I'll jump in. Being a snake owner, I've seen them dragging things about a third of the size of their body, but they tend to go backwards. So they're like a retreat thing with
Never mind.
You figure it's looking for a meal, and it's got something, and it's dragging it away, and Vincent's turning into a snack, and Vincent, you can make me a death saving throw.
Okay. Let me roll. Oh, fuck. Oh no.
Failed death saving throws. Actual noise of Vincent.
Oh,
Okay.
man, that's happening.
That's bad. Bog.
Where is it? Healing word, 60 feet. Alright, so I will Okay, so just before anything else, I'll cast Healing Word again
Okay.
on Vincent, and basically the same thing happens again as he comes to. Here's the voice beckoning him to wake up, and more the senses of nature just high def as he awakes.
Is that a ASMR thing? Because
No,
like it's kind of tingling my body.
just some backstory druid flavor going on.
Okay.
And then I'll move my full movement to this square. Oh, and then with my action, actually no, I'm not going to move my full movement there. I'll move about here, and then I will, with my action, cast Thorn Whip.
That's 2 leveled spells, so...
No, Thorn Whip's a cantrip.
Oh, it's a cantrip. Okay, I thought it was a... Okay, so Thorn Whip, absolutely. That hits. So 5 points of piercing damage is Thorn Whip. You're dragging it back?
Well, I can if it's large or smaller.
It's huge. I think it's huge.
It looks
Double
huge.
check. Yeah, it's huge, so unfortunately not. But yep, still, Thorn Whip kicks in, lashes around the creature. It's looking like it's what just wants to get away with its food.
I would just use the remaining of my movement to go back to the original spot then after I Thorn Whip him. And I tried to pull and I can't, and I'll just continue running as the snake retreats a bit.
Okay. I'm just going to make this map a bit bigger just in case it matters. Okay, cool. So Thorn Whip goes out, dashing after Vincent. Vincent, you come back to life as nature itself whispers in your ear. Mac, what would you like to do?
So I have a snake-related question.
Mm-hmm.
Can you knock a snake prone? As it's on the
I'm not
ground,
going to tell you, but you can make a nature check to see if you can work it out for yourself.
Actually, ignore me. I can't get close enough.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that's within 100 and so feet of me, but I shall move forward anyway. 5, 10, 20. So chasing after, screaming at the top of his little voice, he is going to put his hands up in the air, point towards the snake, and you will see his favourite rainbow and what did we say? Care Bears and unicorn chaos bolts going to come out and aim straight at it.
It's 19 will hit. Okay, yeah. Roll damage.
Yeah, there we go. Oh wow, that was really worth it, wasn't it?
So is that 5 damage, or was the D? Oh,
5. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's 5. Yeah, it's 2d8 plus 1, plus 1d6.
And you have to roll for whether it's fire or what else, don't you?
I do. I'll do that now. Yeah.
Not that it matters, because it's not really have any immunities. But your chaos bolt poof, goes and hits into it. Explodes like fireworks on it. For 5.
Yeah, with your kind of squeak as the Care Bear disappears over the top. And that was fire damage.
Okay, got it. So yeah, little erupts around it, and it's struggling to get away, but it's doing its best. Okay. Behind you, Caspian, you see a crocodile emerge from the swamp behind you. It was trying to sneak up on you, but it rolled terribly on its stealth roll and only rolls an 8, and your passive perception is better than 8, Caspian. So it will attack you, but it won't do so at advantage. So the crocodile emerges. It's going to try and bite you. Straight roll. Rolls a 2 on the dice. So comes out, tries to snap at you, but you agilely dodge to the side, completely avoiding it. But you do have a ginormous crocodile now right next to you.
Well, maybe this one will be frightened of some whispers in his ear. So again, dissonant whispers.
Okay, dissonant whispers, nice. So intelligence saving throw, I think we established.
No, wisdom.
What is wisdom? Okay, wisdom rolls an 18. So half
Damn
damage.
it. 3 times now, buddy. Yeah. Half damage.
Okay, so you get into the crocodile's head. It shakes its head a little bit, but then it gets ready to snap at you again. And Daku screams out, Caspian! Crocodile or snake, what should I do? Who should I shoot?
Get the snake first.
Okay. And he pulls back with his short bow, takes a shot at the snake, and it flies over top of the snake and disappears into the swamp. I'm sorry, Vincent! I'm sorry! And he retreats back a little bit here to get away from the crocodile. Oh, God damn it, Vincent. Hold still! And he pulls back on his longbow, does more grid, takes his shot, and that one does hit the crocodile. Thumps into the side of it. It's looking very wounded. It's still slithering away down the swamp, though, dragging the life. Vincent, who's full of life, and Vincent, who gets a go.
Wow. Okay. I'm grappled, right? So I can still attack.
Wait a minute. No, you're restrained. Let me just... Which is slightly different.
I think it's the other way
think I
around.
have-
Restrain
I
means
think
you can't.
I think I have disadvantage.
Oh,
Right?
no. Yeah, you have disadvantage with restrained.
Okay, so like have a little bit of life back on me. I'm gonna still try to reach for my body arm and try to use her own grip, like and make like the blade of my body arm to cut through while the place that she's using to restrain me.
Okay.
So that's a
At
disadvantage, right?
disadvantage, yep. Ooh, you struggle and you struggle, just can't quite get the right angle.
Yeah, I still have my bonus action, I think. I'm gonna try again.
That one will hit.
Oh.
Nice roll. Oh, 2 10s, that's enough. Okay, the snake is really, really struggling now, but it is still holding on to Vincent. That one-
Help me!
Okay. You see Vincent try and gets a good hit on the snake, but the snake is still wriggling. And it is going to take an attack at advantage because you're restrained. And it's going to give you a nice little squeeze again. Yeah. Oh, it was a 12 at advantage. So that misses. But it does... continue to drag the corpse of Vincent along.
Help!
Edward.
Edward is going to grab his stringless longbow, and as he pulls back, he grabs an arrow and he pulls back, a bluish, dark blue string appears on his longbow, and oh, the snake is gone? Oh, it's here. Sorry, I couldn't see it on my screen. And I'll let go an arrow towards the snake. Which I'm trying to. Maybe that hits.
That does it. Yeah. Arrow flies across, digs into the snake, and Vincent, you feel the snake lose all strength in its body, and it falls to the ground dead. How does Edward do it? How do you kill the snake?
Well, he's halfway going the other direction as he lets just go a string, and Morgred, this is how you do it, and lets go one, not even looking, and puts his longbow on his back, grabs his greatsword, and he starts dashing towards Caspian. but that's as fast as he can get.
Morgrid
He
gives
doesn't even look. It doesn't even look if he hits or not.
Okay, cool.
Wow, wow.
It's kind of like that scene, the classic movie scene with his explosions in the background and the hero just turns his back and walks away. Similar type of thing, I'm imagining. Okay, Bog.
Guys, how far is this guy? 55 feet. 30 feet. Okay. If I were to use my full movement 30 feet and run past this stone and pick it back up, does that take a whole action, or is that like a reaction type?
I'll give it. Well, I'm going to have you roll an acrobatics check, and that's going to determine how well you pick it up. So make an acrobatics check, and we'll see. It might be free, might be bonus, might be action. You are exhausted.
Yeah. Is it too late now to not do that? Do I have to do it since I said?
No. You don't.
Okay. I'm gonna do this then. I'm gonna move my full feet of movement just right here by Mac, and I'm going to. Does this crocodile thing have Caspian in its mouth, or is it just sitting there?
No, it missed Caspian.
Okay. I'm going to, as my action, I have a speech of beast and leaf. I can communicate, but I can't understand beasts, and I have advantage on charisma checks.
Okay.
So I'm just going to yell at the crocodile and be like, "Hey, crocodile, we just prepared your dinner over there. There's a huge snake for you. Just go kill that. Leave us alone."
Can you explain what ability you're using again? I didn't quite get it.
So it's a Firbolg racial trait, speech of beast and leaf.
So in other words, so the crocodile understands what you said, in other words, but can't talk back to you.
Yeah, I mean, I can't understand it, and it just understands what I say, and I have advantage on charisma checks to influence them.
Okay, so make me a straight persuasion check then. Because you have advantage because of your ability, but disadvantage because you're exhausted. And we will see what happens on the crocodile's turn when it gets to it. I'm guessing Mac doesn't actually understand what you said since you're talking crocodile. So is that your turn, Bog?
Do you think I'm talking crocodile, or just saying it out loud and it understands me?
Can you bring up the ability, please?
Yeah, let me see if I can click on it. Does it? I can just copy and paste it. It's probably the best way to do it.
You can communicate with or not understand. Yeah, I'm going to say you can say it in common, and the magic of it makes the crocodile understand. So Mac, you do hear Bog saying basically, "Go eat the snake, leave us alone."
Yeah, and that'll be. I mean, that's my turn.
Oh, there you can understand the meaning of your words. Okay, so yeah, that works. Yeah, so you're yelling at the crocodile in common, and Mac, you hear what he's saying. So Mac, what do you do?
So in that case, he's going to hold an action, and that action is going to be casting Firebolt cantrip. And as long as the crocodile seems to be heeding Bog's words and sort of running past everybody and not going near everyone, he'll hold that. If it attacks or veers towards one of the party, he'll let it go.
Okay, cool. So the crocodile, just splashing around in the water, took a chomp at Caspian, misses. Somebody hit him with something, and it looks around and sees Bog basically pointing at the corpse to the south. And the crocodile doesn't disengage. So Caspian, if you want to take a shot at it, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, his option is kicking it. He's not gonna kick a crocodile.
Okay. Actually, it's going to slither this way. So Edward, bugs and bog. You can attack it if you want.
It's not moving menacingly. I'll if he tries to, I'll use my reaction if he attacks someone else
Okay.
with my sentinel feet.
Mac, bog.
Mac's still holding.
Yeah, I'll just as
Yeah,
he
that
walks by, I'll just say, "Bon appetit."
Okay, and it slithers off down here. Comes right next to Vincent. Vincent, are you going to let it feed, or what are you going to do? Just leave it?
I'm on the ground, and I'm coughing blood. And I look to the side. I see this giant crocodile, and I start holding to the other side.
Okay, you can crawl on your belly like the snake that almost killed you to get away. And then the crocodile starts tearing into the giant constrictor snake. Turns out your words had an effect, Bog. And at least one encounter doesn't end with a massacre. Okay, so well done.
Vincent, as you come, actually, yeah, as you come closer, I'll be like, well, what do you say we try that rest again?
Yeah, I'm crawling, and I'm coughing blood, and I think I need some sleep. Edward, thank you, by the way. You saved my
But
life.
what did I do? Oh yeah, you owe me money? I'll
No,
keep note of that.
I owe you more than that. I owe you my life.
Right? I'll take you to that.
Yeah.
And I will wander over the stone that Bog threw and pick it up for him if he doesn't, and hand it over to him. Here, you seem to almost hit a massive, huge snake with this rock. You might want to try using it in a different way. I'm not very good at magic, but
Well, Edward, didn't you see after I threw it in its general area, the snake died. So thank you. Yeah, I'll take it.
I can't argue with that. Maybe that's how it works. Maybe you throw it and it casts death upon a certain area. Yeah.
I mean,
Please don't throw
hope-
it over
yeah.
towards me.
I hope not. I won't drop it. Yeah, I'll thank you.
It's a very dangerous magical artifact.
I'll,
Okay.
put it back in.
Short rest is obtained. You may take a short rest if you so choose. With Caspian and Mac, you're still checking out the obelisk?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, what you both discover about this obelisk, this ritualistic stone, is with you hugging it, Mac, and with Edward making more of a concentrated check, you both come to the same conclusion. You both feel that yeah, you almost feel as if you're attuned to the stone. You feel a real connection with the stone, both of you. And you feel you can reach out to a spirit. You're not quite sure who or what you've connected to, but you feel you can ask some questions. And maybe whatever entity you'll connect to can answer these questions. So, if you'd like, Caspian, if you'd like, Mac, feel free to answer a question.
Caspian, would you like to go first?
Yeah, my first question would be, who are you?
You say with your attunement, you know the questions have to be yes/no questions. So we'll just discount that. Oh, and your poison condition would have faded, Caspian. You're no longer poisoned. Okay. So yes/no questions.
Then my Are you Bulbara's patron?
Let me just check something. That is an excellent question. The answer comes back no. Mac, do you have one?
So Matt's going to ask, have you seen Bulbara recently? Actually, no, in the last 2 days.
Yes.
Cool.
I feel there's
Do
more.
I hear the answer to his question as well?
I'll say yes, since you're both attuned to it.
Guys, why are you talking to the stone?
I'm just gonna shush you.
Yeah, and why are you asking questions which we know the answer for? Bulbara was here. We saw signs of struggle.
So Matt's going to ask then, can you see what happens around you?
Yes. Caspian? Mac?
At the same
Are
time
we
as Mac
still
hears
on-
the answer yes, Edward would also answer yes.
Okay.
It won't make any difference to Matt because he's used to listening to so many different voices.
Caspian will ask, are we still in time to save Bulbara?
Yes.
Well, that's
Have we got
good
more
news.
questions? So Matt will ask, was Bulbara taken against her will?
Yes.
If is it clear at this point that they're like looking and talking to this stone?
I think so.
And I'll come up and I'll be like, "Hey Mac, ask if this piece of stone is going to be bad for me if I keep it."
Yeah, okay, I'll ask that. Yeah.
No
Please.
response. No response.
You got bad signal. You have to move to a higher place.
Do we feel like the signal has faded? the
Yeah, lift me up slightly.
All you
I'll
know
try
is
lifting Mac.
all you know is Mac asked a question and it wasn't an unknown, it wasn't a yes, it wasn't a no, it was no response.
Okay, I think I managed to lift Mac.
Point me over here a bit more. Point me over here.
Yeah, can you hear now?
I think so.
Just
You break
going
it up.
around the obelisk. Keep asking the question. Keep asking the question.
So I'll point in where I think the tower is and say, and ask, did they go that way?
No response. Caspian, are you asking something else?
Are you a god or angelic being?
You get a unclear signal back. That's not a yes or no question.
Yes, it is. It's either a god or angelic being or not.
Well, with the way you phrased it, it's coming back unclear.
Okay.
I mean, you could feel free to ask again.
Maybe just, is it a
Yeah.
god?
Are you a god.
No response.
Yeah.
And you get the impression you
Questions,
each
actually.
had 3 questions, and your 3 questions are now exhausted.
Oh, I had a really good one. Okay.
I'm still going around the obelisk. Can you hear me now, Mac?
So Max playing with like his big Mohican, especially kind of towards the middle, and it's almost like he's readjusting something. But then he looks confused. And Edward, put me down. Put me down now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, did anyone ask if Bulbar is at the Fort Venture?
Or other
that's a good
questions?
No.
Well, I guess we have to go there and find ourselves. But at least we know we're still on Wednesday, right? Was that the answer? I don't know if you shared the answers or not, sorry.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
I guess no one else heard that, so should we share the answers?
Yeah. But I do think we should make haste.
Okay. I will point out there's still 2 loose rock fragments in the obelisk. Feel free to ignore them, but I'm just wanted to give you the opportunity.
I'll grab one because I saw what Bog did, killing a snake with one of them. Perhaps one of them will come in use. I'll grab one of them. I'll use
Caspian will take the other one.
Okay. Can
I'll
both
use
of you
fabric
make me
when
an
handling it.
Arcana check, please? That was Caspian and somebody else? Yeah, Arcana check.
Disadvantage, right?
If you're exhausted, yes.
If anyone makes it known what they're doing, I can always cast guidance. By the way.
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't
well-
think that's gonna help, buddy.
You can cast guidance on the other one. Who was Edward, was it? Yeah, Edward. So yeah.
Yeah. Do it on me. I rolled a 5.
Yeah, I'll come over and just pat your shoulder and be like, "Oh, let's see yours," and
There.
And a D4.
If that makes the difference, I'll giggle. Sorry, I'm on the laptop and it's really slow, and the internet is not as fast as well. Oh, I rolled a 4.
Okay, so with a 9, there's something you could do with these stones, you feel, but you don't know what it is. Caspian,
I'll find
you've
out.
got even less of an idea. They're just rocks. Useless glowing rocks.
Just shiny
Would-
rock.
would
Someone will know.
inspecting these rocks closer, like during some downtime, during some rest or whatnot, do I get the sense that there's more to be learned if I were to do that?
Yes, there is. Maybe if you spent a full hour along doing it. Of course, you couldn't do it in your short rest because you were healing
Sure.
up and all those things. But yeah, there's more to
Okay.
be learned, but you don't know what it is.
Good to know. Yeah, I'll tell Edward, hey buddy, nature looks pretty simple, but maybe take some time later and we can learn some more about it. I guess if this is nature, of course, but we'll see what we find out.
Yeah, but someone is bound to know. If we find Mulbar, we can ask him.
Yeah.
I should say when we find Mulbar. He says with a very confident smile on his face.
That's the spirit.
Okay, so it sounds like you're leaving the obelisk, being well rested. Edward
Well,
and
rested.
Caspian, as you move away, you almost feel like an invisible hand guiding you. Caspian, I'm going to this is for Caspian. This is for Mac. Oh, there we go. You both are under the effect of the guidance cantrip for the next 3 days. So you have automatic guidance. As you
What?
feel an invisible
Love it.
hand guiding you. Okay. So there we go. Positive results overall. So I'm going to leave you guys to remember that, but you both. It was a 1d2 plus 2, so 3 was the biggest you could have got, and that's what you got. So 3 days. as if you're under the effect of the guidance. Is this invisible hand? You're not sure who or what, but it's enough to help you. Okay, and you head back out into Broken Vale Marsh, and you're gonna take the lead again, Bog.
What time of day is it?
You know that all going well to Fort Venture. You're going to be arriving like at about 10 p.m., something like that, well after dark.
Do we kind of turning to the group? Do we plan to make camp outside the fort, or do we think that they'll accept us welcomingly?
From what I know from the Dwendalian Empire, when they're around here, they're not particularly friendly, especially if we're carrying people like him, and I point to Morgan. I'd say we just camp around the outskirts of the fort. You said you have a little friend that you could use to scout. I think that's smart.
Yeah, knocking on the front door is not good. I mean,
Yeah.
Goblins and humans are literally at war. It's not going to go well. Whatever it is, we're not going to get a friendly reception.
Well, you won't. Some of us might.
Oh, true.
So do we? Are we going to make camp at the mound to the south, or just trying to find a safer spot? If we don't feel like this is a safe spot to camp, we're just looking for a safer spot closer to the port, right?
Yeah,
Perhaps on the edge of the swamp and
yeah,
mountains.
just the edge of the swamp, yeah, like around here. Edward would say, if need be, I can use my connections to the Dwendalian Empire, although, truth be told, I'd rather stay away from those, not use them. Trying to put the Empire behind me, rather than getting close to it again.
If Morgred has explained that the fort is on the side of the mountain, Malcolm, is the fort big enough like we can see it through the trees, or we just, we know the general area?
You can't see it through the trees, but you do know the general area. Like you know it's here.
Maybe we maybe we just cut over to the mountain and then just follow it south down to the fort.
Yeah, or at least just try to aim for a bit north of the fort.
Yeah, a bit of a higher point of view that is not too exposed. Yeah, let's try and do that.
Yeah, maybe. So the idea here will be, I mean, it looks like from this view there's like a clearing through the trees. The idea will be to head west to the side of the mountain, and then just kind of stick on the very edge of the trees so we can always keep view of. So we'll have the clearest view as soon as possible of the fort. So like
Yeah,
west and south.
Okay, cool.
West, southwest.
Okay, well, let's see. West, southwest, you could kind of go like this.
Is there any way to like go around the forest by like just going directly west to hit the mountains and then south?
That's up to you.
We can't
you
quite
can't
see
go
the
back a bit
path you're
further.
drawing, because it's all black for us, Malcolm.
That is true. Okay, well,
We don't know what's
it's black.
between.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I mean the idea just being like we can see to our west that there's the mountain range there. If we know the fort's like southwest, if we just go to the mountain first and follow it, we won't get lost if we hug the mountain. And we can see the
True.
fort. We can see the fort. We could see it instead of
Okay.
like exiting the trees and then seeing the fort. We could like see it from further away, perhaps. Is the idea that I kind of float to the group.
I like the idea. Let's try that, but let's try and keep it inside the swamp. Give it some protection, not being so well spotted.
Okay, make me 2 survival checks at advantage then, Bog. 2 survival checks at advantage. Okay, so 25.
So 4 total.
Yeah, one more.
Boy, you're
These are all
rolling.
terrible rolls.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's 2 25s for your survival check at advantage. You get
Damn, can I get
right
proper
there.
luck, buddy?
No problem. And I'm going to say, with the mountains in range, now you have a clear view of them. No more survival checks required.
Cool.
Unless you venture back into the swamp.
And the idea just being that we like hug, like if we see something from a distance come out, we can like just sidestep quickly, but like to a tree or something. But otherwise, we're just staying in clear view of the fort
Okay.
in the trees, kind of.
Yeah, maybe we can walk here on the edge of the forest. And the edge of
It might even
the...
be faster because we're not wading through water, which is always difficult terrain.
That is true.
Do we want to maybe make, now that we can see can we see the fort from where we're at?
Well, you're still, 5 miles away, so you can see the basic outline of the fort, and you see it's built on right hard against the side of the mountain. It's got some sort of fence around it. Beyond that, you can't make out much detail.
Do we want to make camp further away from the fort now that we have it in view, or do we want to get close and kind of scout it out? I can scout it with an owl or something, a familiar.
Well, we could travel. I think we've got 2 or 3 more hours of daylight. Let's use that and then just make camp.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Which way are you going? You know you can make much quicker progress on the rocks. But on the other hand, you have the potential to be seen as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking like I'm imagining that there's like the tree line and then the rocks, and we're gonna stick like in the tree line so we're more hidden, but like we can just see very clearly the rocks the whole time, so we can still follow it south. Does that make sense?
Okay, it does. So what I'm going to ask everybody to do to dodge in and out of the trees while still keep an eye on it is we're going to do a group stealth check. So everybody please make me a stealth roll.
We haven't rested, right? There goes another natural 20.
And let me make one for
You go pretty stealthy.
Staku, there he is. Imagine his stealth is pretty good. Oh, look at that. Expertise in stealth. Kind of sold him down the river there a bit. So let's have a look. Stealth. Okay. Noted. So you all skim in and out of the trees as you're heading south. You could get right up next to the fort if you like and have a good view. Is that what you'd like to do?
I'd vote for about 2 miles out, not to get too close.
Okay, so we can say you get to there, jumping in and out of the trees. And you're getting a good view of the fort. No arrows that shoot out of it or anything. So you feel you've stuck to the trees well enough. And Yep.
I was just gonna say if we, as we get closer to the fort, I'd tell the party if we find a spot we like to camp out, we can make camp, and it'll take me a moment. It'll take me about an hour, but I can get a familiar, a flying familiar to swing over. I could use my wild shape for that, by the way, wild companion. But we could have an owl go scout out or something.
That would be quite nice.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So you're staying in the cover of the trees. Okay. 2 hours out. You get a better view. That's the whole compound is maybe about 300 feet by 300 feet. There's guard towers you can see all around the complex. And that's what you see from this distance. Are you indeed going to wild shape?
So it's this. I can use a wild shape use to cast Find Familiar, and then I would want to use that. Yeah.
Yeah, true. Because you probably can't wild shape into a flying creature at second level.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Okay, so what's your familiar look like?
So it'll take I think an hour, right? This spell.
Yeah.
I was thinking just an owl.
I think it can be a haven also.
A what?
Haven.
Like a raven?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do owl. I mean, it's overwhelmingly the most popular familiar is an owl.
Yeah, I'm gonna do owl, and I'll make it just like a darker gray to blend in with the mountain. So I'd cast it, and it's like a light to dark gray color, and I would just tell it to, hey, you see that fort over there? Can you go just fly around and just get a good look? And we're looking for a goblin. If you see a goblin, try and get a good look. But yeah, just I'll be watching through your eyes, and just go have a good flight, fly around, and then come back. Come back if you're threatened, or come back if you feel like you've gotten a good look.
Okay, with your Find Familiar, I mean, I think you need to be within 100 feet to look through its eyes.
It's
Yeah.
I think he can't communicate, but he can still see.
while your familiar is within 100 feet. Let me just.
You can see. Oh, no, you're right. You can't communicate with it, but
I can
you
see
through
still.
it. Okay, so what instructions are you giving the owl again?
Just to go really scout out the fort and get a good look. I'm going to be watching the whole time, so just fly around several times, and especially if you see a goblin in there.
Okay, got it.
Just kind of be a drone for me, and if you're threatened or shot at, or if you feel like you've gotten a really good look, just come on back, and we'll go from there.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag only Bog over to this map here. So Bog, do you see the map?
It's black at the moment.
Oh, that's probably your vision. Let's put... Okay, it's your owl's night vision. Do you see now? You're right here.
Zooming very far. Okay, so I'm zoomed out all the way, and it's still just black for me.
Let me make sure I did this right. Bog's over on that map. Bog is here. Oops. His vision. It's weird. No, sorry, I see what I did. Sorry, my mistake. Yeah, should see now.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is your bird. I know it looks like you, but this is your bird.
Got it.
So, and you're on the outside, and you can't, just the way dynamic lighting works, I don't know, maybe you want to scout around on the outside first, have a look around.
And I can move myself?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm kind of like just sitting there cross-legged while the owl flies away, kind of like eyes glassed over, working a bit. And I'll just communicate to the party what I'm seeing through the owl's eyes. So
Okay.
just let them know that there's seems to be some defenses around the fort, like some spikes or some wooden rods or something on the ground, some defenses, and
It is spiked barricades.
yeah,
These things here.
and the fort's huge. It's very large, and those barricades are around the whole thing. And there's a wall about however high, maybe I can tell at this distance. And then Malcolm, from my point of view right now, all I can see is the fences. When I get closer, it's just all still black.
Poof. I'll fly you inside the fort now.
Okay. And I'll just kind of fly pretty high up, but like along the outskirts of the fort, and let them know that I see, many what looks like tents. They could house a lot of people in here. And I see 2, 4, 6, 8, about 10 soldiers just hanging out in the center area, maybe like at like some training grounds. There's about 10 soldiers in the middle. And there's at the gates, at like the parapets, there's two guards in each parapet. I don't see anyone on the walls, but at each little guard tower, there's 2 guards. And can I tell at this height if they're like they have crossbows or arrows or something?
Yes, you can. I think the owls have pretty good vision. You can see they have longbows.
Okay. So in each little tower, at the
Sorry,
corners.
no. The ones on the palisades have crossbows.
Okay. Yeah. So at these palisades here, 2 in the front, and then in each corner, there's 2 guards with crossbows, and then it looks like there's some cages, and I mean from
Dogs in cages.
Dogs.
Dogs. Yep.
And then it looks like there's a humanoid dressed in some like ceremonial garb in another cage. Doesn't look like a soldier, right?
Let me just double check this. Sorry,
Looks like he's wearing a mask of some sort.
Yeah, this person here is obviously a prisoner. Say human, but beyond that, you don't know.
Okay, so at the north part of the camp, there's some more tents. There's 4 dogs in cages, and there's a human and some like kind of ceremonial gear, perhaps, in a cage. And there's some more soldiers milling about. Does the fort look pretty secure, Malcolm? It doesn't look like there's like any easy entry points into it.
Not that you can see. What you do notice, though, is that the palisades are about 20 feet high, but there's lots of knots and branches. It would be relatively easy to climb over it. But climbing over it undetected would be very difficult. But just climbing the walls, not too hard.
Yeah, and there's those palisades are 20 feet high, and in each one there's soldiers.
I'll just drag you back over here. From
Okay.
inside this building here, you hear just some screaming, just cries of absolute pain. And I'm going to say, even without any type of check, you recognize the types of noises coming from a goblin. But there's a goblin in here just screaming in absolute misery and pain.
Okay.
So make of that what you will.
Yeah, so I'll let them know I'm flying over or he's flying over the northwest corner of the fort right now, and behind the fort, there's really no soldiers other than in the palisades, but in like the northwest corner of the fort, I hear a goblin. It's screaming in pain and in agony, and I can definitely tell it's a goblin. These screams, and I can't see anything, but I can definitely hear. That might be the Bulbara that we're looking for. Um, and as I go around the southern part of the fort here, the building at least, do I hear anything else similar to that, or was that kind of the only screaming I hear?
Just from that building you passed was the screaming. Latrines.
Okay. And then, yeah, I mean, just flying over the south here, like just more barracks and tents and whatnot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, other than like the 10-ish soldiers milling around in the training grounds, the dogs up north, the northwest building area that we can hear goblins screaming. I feel like that's. Did I hear anything else, or did the owl hear anything else in particular as it was flying around?
The only thing really of note is in the central area. They're obviously training, going through the routines. Like you see the, you know, targets, for archery practice, and training dummies over here. So they're obviously training. And the only other piece of useful information. Okay. As you have a look at this guy over here in the jail, the guy he looks very injured. He's covered in cuts and various other things, but he's not even really paying attention to his cuts. It looks like almost as if he's been broken. So lost hope, something like that.
Okay, so I'll if I feel like I've seen, it's gone around a few times here. I've gotten a good view of the soldiers, the dogs, the prisoner, the goblin screeching. I'll just kind of like shake my head a little bit and look at the group and kind of maybe draw like a box is huge now. I'll just kind of reiterate to them. So there's definitely some ground, blockades all around the fort. There's maybe, a total of like 20 plus guards all around on the ground I can see, and there's a lot of tents, and there's, 2, 4, 6, 8 to 10 palisades, each with 2 guards, crossbows, and, I think if our goal here is to get Bulbara, we could maybe sneak in from behind, but we'd have to enter the building. But I do remember which area it sounds like the goblin screams were coming from. There's maybe some opportunities for distractions and whatnot, but those are more kind of clear view of the rest of the place. So, is it like nighttime?
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Nope.
Or
He's deaf and blind.
Well, now I came out. Like as I was saying all that, I came out and I was just like looking around and like kind of charting on the ground a little bit, like trying to give them an idea and stuff. But my owl's still out flying around, but I am no longer looking through it. So yeah, I can hear it talk now.
Okay.
can you make a rough drawing on the floor, on the soil of, like, if you make a rough drawing of the area and tell us where the things are? Did you find any way into the main building? You said there was a main building.
Yeah.
Is there any way? You see, going from behind. Was there any way in? Do we think we have a? If there's no door, does any of you have any way of breaching through a wall?
Did you see any window?
Where the screams was coming from was completely enclosed. No windows, no doors. But it was attached to that bigger main building, so you could presumably go in through there. But you didn't see any doors or windows into the room where you heard the screaming coming from.
If the place has guards on patrol, it's going to be really hard to just sneak around, especially a big group like us. I feel like a distraction, perhaps, try to trick them, but I'm not very good at lying. People can read through me.
We could also try to talk ourselves in there.
We
Just
have
try to
some
keep-
Dwendalian shields and clothes, don't we?
I think Duck got some, but yeah, but I don't have any.
Because I was thinking if we have some Dwendalian soldier clothes, I can dress as one of them, and I look at who looks more human around here. I would say Caspian. Perhaps we can sneak in, and once we're in, trying to make a distraction for the other ones to come in. That would be quite risky. We'll be putting ourselves right at the heart of it.
We could try to sneak a way in, or we could just go in with confidence. Just act like you belong. Say we are here on business.
If you,
and-
Bog, you say we can get inside from behind. If we can all successfully get through the main barricade, we can just storm into the main building and barricade ourselves inside. Because you say that that's where Bulbara might be.
Well,
As soon as we're all in, we can just shut the doors if there's only one way in. At least that'll buy us some time to try and figure out what the hell's going on inside.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I have thieves tools and I have proficiency. I can try to open the door. But if the only access to the place where Babar is being held is through the main building, then I think we don't have any choice. I mean, we can sneak in the night, where I guess like the guard is gonna be, be less guarded. Then maybe we can sneak through the main building, and once we inside, we can. I think we have a better chance, because if they come to us, they are coming like through corridors and stuff that we can make their numbers not so dangerous.
Are we waiting another night? You said that she's screaming in pain. We want to get paid. We want to bring her back alive.
so I was gonna say in Discord I sent you guys a rudimentary drawing that I could have drawn in the dirt with a stick.
Oh, cool.
So
Nice.
handwriting is a little iffy, but the B that's the big building, and the B is where I heard Bulbar. What I'm assuming is Bulbar. The D's are dogs in cages. The P is a prisoner in a cage, and then each of the squares is where I remember there being parapets with 2 guards each with crossbows, and then just throughout like the middle of the fort area in between the B and the parapets, there's like 10 to, I think it was like realistically 10 to 12 soldiers training and milling around. But you can kind of on the back end by the B, we would still have to contend with those parapets, but that is the closest to Bulbara.
In each palisade, there's like each
20 feet.
each thing of this has 2 soldiers, right?
Yeah, each of those squares on the corners have 2 soldiers, and it did look like they're made of trees and whatnot and logs, and so there is some places to climb, but it would be hard to do it undetected.
Can you turn into a spider?
Yeah, I can turn into a small spider, a big spider.
Yeah, because if you can control at least one of these, you can use the spider to climb, and then with a hope or something, we can climb also. And if we can dominate at least one, then I think then we can then two people like that is disguised can go down and try to open the door to the main building, and yeah, I mean, and then we can see what we can do, because
So here's the in terms of dark vision, I'm like, yes, as a small spider or like a small frog, I think I have dark vision, but I'll be small, so that's that's one thing.
but you'll be strong enough to climb and holding a hope.
I can climb as however small I am, I can climb and I can see, but I won't be able to do much of anything else.
You do know, as a crowd, these. Notice I've got this map on. This is the coolest map I've ever seen in my entire life. It's very neat. Remember, these palisade walls you noted were 20 feet high, but they were very climbable. Climbing them undetected, another matter, but you feel it's a relatively easy task to climb these walls.
If we have the guards looking somewhere, someone can easily climb in undetected. If we make a distraction on one end, can you see the pinging on the map?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, all the guards will be looking beyond yonder, and we can try and make a way in here, stealthily as we can. Once we're there, we just try and barge our way into the main building.
Now, where I was hearing Bulbara on that corner, can you just confirm, like, were there any windows or any doors on that side, around anywhere on the back side or sides?
Bulbara, there's another room at the back of it, and Bulbara is actually in this room here.
Yeah, there was like a little outcropping.
Yep, there's an outcropping, and there's a door there, but that's the only door anywhere in this building or this extension.
Any windows?
Nope, don't think so. No windows. No windows.
And is it an actual brick and mortar building, or is it a tent?
It's a brick and mortar building.
Interesting.
There's a tent around here, but yeah.
Yeah.
These were sleeping tents down here, like smaller tents.
Did it seem like
a permanent building?
Did it seem like that building was like? Do I get the sense more that it was like built once the walls were constructed, or was it an old building but that existed for a long time?
Good question.
Like it's not like some converted temple or something.
It looks as if the word that best comes to mind when you looked at it was ramshackle. Like the palisades have been put up, but if you took more time, you could have put spikes on it to make it more climbable. I mean, this building is definitely more permanent, but I don't know. Is it going to be standing in a year? You don't know. So very much
guys,
thrown together.
I know we're tired, but we got here, and if we wait longer, it might be too late. And I think that using the darkness is on our favor here. I don't think that we stand a chance of sneaking inside that place during the bright light. Want to do it at night? It's our best shot. Now you say we could climb that. I say we just just climb and try to storm our way into the fort. If we get spotted, we reconvene outside. If there's 2 guards per palisade, per tower watch, and 12 more inside, I don't think we can they outnumber us. I don't think we can make it through. Have to somehow tip the scale into our favor.
Yeah, but the problem is, I think everyone is really tapped out. I mean,
Yeah, Bulbar is being tortured or something inside. We don't know. She's in pain. She might be dead right as we speak. I would like to be paid.
but do you think they are going to kill her in the next 8 hours?
Who knows? You could have asked the ritual.
Yeah, that's true. That's really hard.
So in a moment of slightly more clarity than normal, Mac's just going to look Edward in the eye and say, if you needed a diversion, then I will give you a diversion. And yes, his voice does sound different.
Who said that?
Whoa, I'm kind of scared now.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Come on, we
why
need we need to take action. Standing here is not going to help any of us. Let's go. I'll create a diversion.
Can you elaborate?
Over this side.
Can
You don't need to worry.
elaborate,
It needs to be a shock to you as well as everybody else, but you'll know when it happens, and you need to act.
And how will you make your way in after the diversion? Will you follow? Or
If
will
I
you
can,
stay
I'll
outside?
follow. If not, I will meet you, and we'll decide where.
This sounds like the best plan we can make. I mean, I can't fly. I don't think these people will parley. They're literally in the middle of a swamp in enemy territory, and I'm the only human.
Yeah.
How long?
I mean,
How long has Bulbara been missing? Like,
2
3
days?
days. 3 days. I think.
Two? Yeah,
2?
2 or 3 days.
We could try
I think
to
this is the
parlay.
second day.
Like, what's the worst that
No.
can happen? They could turn us away. And I
If he-
understand that not everyone is welcome there, but humans in SMR, we're not strangers. We're not by definition.
Yeah, but
Enemy?
Bog just saw a human being a prisoner there.
yeah, but he wasn't. I mean, he. True. I mean,
Yeah.
Malcolm.
And the
Did he?
Grandalian Empire has elven prisoners. Like, sometimes someone's just a criminal.
Did his dress look normal? That prisoner.
No, it didn't. The prisoner in there, as I said, he looks thoroughly beaten up. He looks broken. He's got some open wounds, but he's not even tending to him. But he wore some type of coat that was deeply red. Very red cloak almost. A coat. More like a coat. It was deep red. Definitely doesn't scream to Dwendalian. Doesn't scream to Dynasty either. It's quite an unusual coat that this guy was wearing.
Yeah, maybe he's a criminal or something. So, but if we could dominate at least 2 of these palisades, we could have room enough to go around here and go inside. Because we just need to go inside. Once we are inside, I think we have a chance to do something.
What are we thinking will be the distraction again?
Mac.
Just Mac.
I don't think we need more detail, do we?
Because, like, I mean,
What is?
I mean,
Sorry, Malcolm.
Mac is still only a gnome, and if
I
the
beg your
distraction is
pardon.
not if it's not big enough, I don't think that you can draw attention for all these guys that are far away, like all
No.
these towers.
For
Maybe
instance,
you
if
maybe you
if
can
if Mac were to
cover.
ride, if I was a direwolf and Mac were to ride on my back, and I and I Malcolm, was like the gate open? Was it like was there a closed gate
It's closed
by
gate.
these closed gate? Okay, so that's one thing. I mean, so right now I can only wild shape once. I could, like me and Max, sneak in, and then, well, that is kind of the issue here. Is once we cause this distraction, how do we get out?
But do we need to get out? I guess. Because okay, so what Mac's thinking is that he is going to approach this southern side. It could be anywhere. We could work that out. Now that you've just drawn that in, actually.
That's a cliff.
Yeah, the mountain.
Right. So the other option then is that Mac goes to this point here at the cliff.
This is almost a vertical cliff. You couldn't really climb it, but yeah. But
Oh, there's no way
straight-
earlier. Okay.
Yeah, but it just goes straight up basically. You could, but it'd be tricky. It's like climbing Everest or K2 or something. Very difficult climb.
Not for
Yeah,
no.
if we had something big like I don't know, something to explode or some fire to burn down one of these towers or something like that, maybe we could draw attention from everyone. But
So Mac's diversion is that he is going to get to some point where it's going to be as noticeable as possible away from wherever you want to climb the wall, if that's what you're going to do, or get to the gate. And he's going to use an earth tremor spell and cause a very localized earthquake, which
Well,
hopefully will start to make people go that direction. So that's why I was just thinking, if I can get him to the top of the cliff, then he can start a bit of a landslide, maybe.
Well, it's pretty okay. How do you do the pinging thing? How'd you do that?
Hold down your left mouse button.
Press and hold. Yeah.
Okay, so like right here is a really long stretch where there's no, it's in between two parapets. There's nothing here, and then I didn't see at the moment anyone in these tents or outside of these tents, and then there is no one here either. So from like here to here to here, there were 2 guards at the gate, at the entrance to this building. But other than that, I mean, this area over here was pretty barren. But you are right, there's still 2 guards here. There was 10 guards here. There was 2 guards up here. The prisoner in a cage, 4 dogs. So we will need a distraction, you're totally right. But the initial entry point would be great right here, and then maybe the distraction just like right in the middle. I'm also thinking if there's a way to let these dogs loose, that seems like something that would be distracting. Do they seem like normal dogs, Malcolm, or like dire wolves or something else?
Let's have a look. They look like your typical guard dogs.
Okay,
They're barking a lot, not at you, just general barking. Just general guard dogs.
So it doesn't seem like that would probably make a huge distraction.
Can you talk to dogs whilst you're, say, a spider?
No.
You can sneak in. Okay.
And also, I only have 1 use of wild shape left, so like whatever I sneak in as, like that's it. And I can't do a whole lot as a spider. I'd have to like drop the spider, and then if I had another wild shape, I could do something. But whatever I use, that's it until the next day.
The palisade is made of wood, Malcolm?
Yes.
Okay.
but
Down.
I think Mac idea is not that bad. Like if he can actually do a landslide here, I think that's gonna draw a lot of attention.
The issue I'm thinking is if there's a landslide here, then everyone will be looking in that direction, which means they'll still see us enter the building.
Yeah, but if the lens like does some damage here, then people will start come this direction to try to.
The
Fix it or
distraction
something.
is here or here, and we can sneak in here. It seems like here is our best shot to sneak in
Yeah.
and go straight to the main building.
Also, if you go at night, the guards that are trained here, they are not going to be there. They are probably going to be in the tents sleeping, right?
Yeah, I do think you are right, yeah. But I mean, in the commotion, we put cloaks over us. I can Earbolg magic disguise myself if anyone else can. I mean, that plus some cloaks plus a distraction. I think it's easy enough. It's easy enough to get in. The question is then how do we get out?
I think we worry about that after. If we're
Yes.
in and we save Bolbara, and she,
Yeah,
and then we fight our way out. I mean, we're inside a building.
yeah. Then we're gonna
We
have the
can-
cover of the building, and then
We can fight. We can fight one by one.
Unless whoever causes the distraction then tries to secure either the main gate or wherever we go over the wall and try and defend
may-
that.
Maybe we split. Yeah. Mac, you're able to make sounds, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Perhaps if you can make sounds of people attacking the north side of the the port, I can stay with you. If someone else stays, perhaps they send some our way. Whoever they send our way, we kill. Maybe they'll send even more people. Then we lower their numbers. Meanwhile, some of us are more sneaky. Try to sneak through the south gate.
yeah. I mean, we can have also like we can have Bog, Edward, and Caspian's guys as the Ridalian soldiers, and just infiltrate like in the commotion. And then while the commotion is happening, the sneaky people go through here and try to
I can
Go inside.
pretend I'm an injured soldier being attacked. If Mac can make noises like people brushing through the leaves and arrows being plucked and
Yeah.
fired at.
I think also if you can maybe bring down one of these palisades like with fire or something, maybe we can have this as a escape route because maybe we can just run through if you can like destroy with the fire the palisade, at least one of them. Because
Do you want to try and do this? Do you want to
Here,
split up?
yeah. What if I mean, Mac? How far away can you make noises or illusions or whatever?
30 feet.
And how long do they
We
last?
So it's a minor out of character, minor illusion cantrip. It's 30 feet in range and duration of 1 minute.
So
Oh, so we can hide in the bushes. You make the noises. Someone comes investigate. We just take them out. They'll send more people.
I'm just checking here my backpack, and I have oil, I have torch, I have a tinderbox, and I have an alchemist supply. So
Oh,
maybe we
that's
can make. Yeah, maybe we can make something here.
Oh my word! It's the A team. Oh. I just thought because also I've got that pipe that we found.
Yeah, that's true. You have the pipe
The
of
flute
doom, right?
thing. Yeah.
Like if you are the mid of everyone and you blow that
Give her a
thing.
toot. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that can be our way in. After killing some of them, we go to the main gate. You blow your pipes. I cover my ears. whoever's with us, and maybe some of them get scared and we just storm back in. They get scared for how long?
We'd have to climb the gate.
It's for 1 minute, I think.
Yeah, well, whilst we're fighting, it will take some time. You use a commotion to climb back up.
Or it's not better to use as escape thing?
I mean, what if we just make a sound like right here, so it distracts them, and then we climb right here, and then we're all together, and then once we're in, Matt can continue to like create some kind of. Then Matt can like maybe sneak around, but I mean that at least gets us in, right? If he creates a distraction here, we can try our luck climbing over this way.
Okay, well, we have to do something. Otherwise, we're gonna spend here the whole time.
Okay.
Let's just go with that. Let's move to the south side of the gate. Mac will cause some kind of
just
noise.
Mac, do what he does of just causing chaos.
Yeah,
you do the rescue.
Take like a really wide berth, like in the trees, and then go around over this way. But like, let's take a really wide swath, so we as best we can in the dark to not be seen, and then end up here is the idea.
Do you guys have more oil?
I don't.
Because I was thinking if we can sneak through here, we can also put fire on the tents. And all these tents can start burning. This is going to to make them really occupied.
So I don't have oil, but I've bought 10 torches and a tinderbox. So could join in with something like that, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I also have manacles. If you want to pretend that we are bringing a prisoner. I mean, there are a lot of ideas here, so.
Well, if we're for sure doing this tonight, then, yeah. I mean, I don't have any spells left, but I have one wild shape left once we're in there, and I can also disguise myself as one of them.
We can try.
Let's just do the Mac distraction and get inside. Let's not set any fire just yet. I think this is a good plan, guys. I'm confident. Yeah, we got the distraction. Sure? We stealth in. And whoever makes it first, undetected, just try to get control of the main gate.
What if we just throw oil on the tents, and when we are running, like when we are escaping, someone just throw a firebolt or a torch into the tents, and then this can give us like some time to run away.
Yeah, I do think a noise over here, so we could climb here, and then once we're all down, set some tents on fire, run into the building.
Okay.
And illusions as well, and everything. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. I think we are going to survive.
What was I gonna say? Do we have like intact Empire gear?
Shields that we got.
I think Daku has. He got.
Yeah, was it one suit? I think that he picked up, wasn't it?
Yeah, he got a tabard, if I remember.
Do one of the humans want to take all the Empire stuff and put all that on? I mean, it's probably just Edward, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be a plan B if something goes south.
We said Daku's obviously done something to his ears, hadn't he? So he could potentially take that role.
That's true.
I can pretend he's a prisoner.
He's not here. Okay.
Yeah, so we could say Daku, he dresses in that just in case, and we go from there, and then do our thing.
The appearance of Daku, he's a half elf, but the way he's presenting himself, he looks more human than elf.
That was okay.
But still, under close inspection, he would, see the fine cheekbones and all those elven features. But at first glance, maybe a human.
Okay, we got a plan, guys. Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's start by like using all the oil we have and drench 1 or 2 towers with it.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's save a little bit of oil for one of the tents just to make it go up a little better.
Okay, we're doing this.
Who's doing what?
I mean,
It wasn't clear.
if we all, if all of us
Yeah.
come down here, and then if Mac makes noise over here, then the second he makes noise, we start climbing, and then go from there.
Okay, so everybody's going to try and sneak here. Mac's going to
No.
be back
Sneak here,
here.
We sneak here.
and then
Wait,
Mac
what?
gets close enough to do an illusion here.
Okay.
What if
sorry,
someone is with the tabard, start screaming also together with Mac distraction, so it's more.
If someone has to stay behind, that's one fewer
Yeah,
people.
that's true.
And
That's true.
are we putting oil before we start the climb or after climbing?
Where are we gonna? Which tower do we want to put into flame?
Some towers, I would say here perhaps. Like on our way south, we can stop there.
If we go this way, we have to. There's 2, 4,
Yeah, there's
6,
a
8
lot.
guards.
Yeah, there's a
But
lot of guards.
if we go around, I mean, we can make a noise, set this one on fire, then climb here.
Yeah, let's try and do that.
Okay.
Let's try it in
Are you
that.
sure we don't want to do the distraction over here, though? The totally different direction. From
No,
us
because it's
coming in
harder
there?
to get from here to the main door because there's a prison of the dogs. So we want to approach it from the south.
Yeah, so I mean, climb from the south, but the noise and the distraction to come from wherever I'm pinging now. So they all look over that direction.
But the
if you see
problem
what I
that
mean.
we are going to split the party then, and we want to go together.
But then
because
Matt can
if-
always make his way back round and.
I mean,
But
or I mean, I think like a best of both worlds. If we're already north of the tower. If we do the distraction here, it gets these guys away, and then we climb here, and then the door's right there. And there's still a tent right here. We could put this tent on fire. There's a tent over here.
Okay, well let's do that then.
But then we are going to probably kill the prisoner like for nothing.
No, he's in a cage. He's good.
Okay. Okay,
But yeah,
let's do that.
There's tents by him, so we can distraction here, climb here, fire here, sneak in here, and that way we don't have to go all the way around.
Awesome.
Okay.
Let's
We
Good.
got a plan, guys. This just can't fail. We spent the last hour planning this.
That's amazing.
But
I
you
never
know
spent
what
so
might-
much time planning anything in my life.
Wait, you know what might be if we do illusion here, fire here, we can split through the middle here instead of because then these guys might look over here if this is on fire. I mean, just like how do we feel about that?
Yeah, but it's pretty far, and counting that the Empire is only having humans, they don't have dark vision, so.
That's true.
Um,
Okay.
But if we're going to distract, we need to just distract in one direction, don't we? Because if we distract here, these guys might, from this side, might move over to there.
Well, it might be best then to make a noise here, climb here, then set this on fire and run inside. That's probably the best.
Do it.
Do it.
Are you also going to put fire on this
Yeah.
also?
Yeah, let's do Mac distract here. One person put this on. The other people put this on fire, and then we climb here, set this tent on fire too, then go inside.
Okay.
Why
You
don't
have
you
fireball.
show me where you want to go. So this is the map view, the actual map. You're not actually here, but I just want to know where you're attempting to go.
If
I can't
we
see anything. Oh, I can.
if
It should be up in the top left here.
okay, so if we where I am right now, this tower, make an illusion here, but like come over through the north, so like do it from here.
Sorry, can somebody not see who can't see?
I can see.
Oh, okay. Well, if you can't see, then just let me know.
if we come through the north, and then this tower right here, I'm putting my guy by it. If we do the illusion, like in front of the tower, set this tower on fire, and then climb right here, that person can like run back and then climb up.
So
And then
I've just
like here is another tent we can set on fire, and then the building here.
cool.
So this wall here it's wood, right?
Yeah, it's wood.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wood, yeah.
Climbable.
Okay.
Wow, it's wood.
Okay.
Actually, bog, I think would be appropriate. Make a nature check. These logs have come from the swamp. They're a little bit damp, so it would be difficult to set them on fire. Definitely possible, but it's near to a swamp. Everything is damp. So you could. Just saying it's not trivial. If it was a bone-dry tinder box thing in the middle of a desert, it would be easy, but this lives next to a swamp. So the logs are damp. So keep that in mind.
We'll just do the noises and set fire inside to the tent.
Like if you hide behind these rocks, Mac, you can make a sound. Make a sound over here, and then you or someone else could throw oil and fire here, or you can just from the rocks run back over and climb.
So even with a dash, he's not going to make it to here.
Yeah, but he could decide to come here if he wants, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I'm just saying it's going to take a couple of turns for him to catch up, so you should not wait, I guess.
Looking at these barb things around here, it actually makes it very difficult to move. Consider everything on the outside of the fort difficult terrain. That is why they put these barricades here to slow people down. So difficult terrain outside of the fort.
So maybe.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
they're not
maybe,
expecting people to come from there.
So we could get inside. Mac could move himself over to here, and then do illusion, or throw the illusion voice, so to speak,
Were
over
there-
the other side.
Malcolm, were there like along this wall were there torches, or was it dark?
Dark. No torches on the wall.
I mean, yeah, it'll already be pretty dark if we could just move through here. Then we could all just climb over. The idea with the distraction was being to help us climb undetected.
Good point. Yeah.
Which, I mean, we still might need that help, but like maybe, how many of us? 2, 4, 5, 6 with Daku. So if like 5 of us come here, and then just one person maybe like throws the oil and firebolt there, then runs over, or maybe we just try to climb over stealthily and not even do a distraction.
We can always use this when we're inside, can't we? If we need it.
Yeah. Or if we get spotted right before, like someone makes a noise, you distract the other way, and that might give the player a chance to actually make it and detect it.
Why don't we?
Cool.
What if we? Yeah, I mean, I feel like the distraction will help us climb, perhaps, but I don't know.
I think, like you said, it's pretty dark, and we could use like the night to move close to the wall and try to see. Okay, can we climb? If we can climb, then we all climb, and then do the distraction inside. But if not, if we see that, okay, I don't know, if we see that we can make the climb safely, maybe then we can do the distraction outside. What's the distance that you need to do the distraction, Mike? Can you do it from far?
30 feet.
30 feet.
Yeah, because it's only a minor illusion, so I mean, it's people may see through it as well.
What if we all just as stealthily as we could, and I cast guidance, we move really slow, we get here, and then like 30 feet in the air, you do like a dragon roar or something, and then we climb.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's helpful, but
But they are going to come in our direction if we do this, right?
The other option is not to do a sound and to do an illusion of fire. So we could actually set fire to the tower, and then Matt can, do more fire illusions along the walls, maybe. Make it look more serious than it is.
do we want to like get to the wall first and then do something, or do we want to like do like, because maybe we can all just right now just get to the wall and then go from there.
Yeah, I get.
I think you're right. Yeah.
So let's like come in from the north, like hug the mountain, come in through the north, and let's get to here, and then maybe go from there.
Yeah, we'll use the kind of Mac distraction type thing if it goes wrong.
All right, let's try that. I don't know where we'd be, Malcolm, but coming in from the north, stealthy, with guidance.
Here's 3 things you need to keep, or 2 things. Edward, Bog, and Vincent are exhausted, and Mac and Caspian have their guidance automatically from their whatever that thing was, giving them guidance. So just keep all those things in mind. And you're going to approach from the north. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm just asking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and let's not forget your buddy as well. Let me just grab Mugrid. He's going to be with you as well, of course. Oh, there's Jumbo Mugrid. Oops. Okay, so you're all sneakily approaching from the north, is that correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Trying to.
Okay, so everybody can roll stealth at advantage, except for Edward, Bog, and Vincent, who can make me a straight stealth roll.
Would I also be able to, like, since we're huddled close together, do guidance?
Yeah. On one person.
Okay. I'll do it on Edward, because he's also exhausted, like me. And he's close to me on the picture.
You can do it on yourself. But thank you. I'll take it. That makes it dirty 20.
Okay, so let's go through this. Edward, 16. Vincent, 10.
It's a 20 for me because I got guidance.
Okay.
21 for Mac.
Yours is a 6, Bog?
Yep.
Okay. Mac, can you roll me a d6, please? And do not roll a 1, 2, or a 3. Roll a d6. Do not roll a 1, 2, or a 3.
You said so.
Yep, I did say so. So as you're moving forward, you notice there's a bunch of bear traps out here as well. Everybody is, apart from Edward. Oh no, sorry, tell a lie. That's it is not Mac. It is Edward. Edward, roll me a d6 and don't roll a 1, 2, or 6. 1, 2, or 3. Ooh, okay. So as I was saying, there are bear traps around here as well. Everybody's passive perception is high enough to avoid them, except for Edward. Edward, though, you just get plain old lucky and don't happen to stand on a bear trap. You had a 50-50 chance, and you avoided the bear trap.
I can't see, so it makes sense.
Oh, well, yeah, that does kind of make sense, yep. But, yep, just by sheer dumb luck, you approach, and we're doing this. I should have said we're doing this as a group stealth check. So Vincent. Oh, I'm going to do Margaret as well. Let's just do him. It's going to be straight dex at advantage. Okay, so he rolls an 18. Sorry, I'm just confused by these rolls a little bit. So 18. Edward, what's your stealth?
20.
Bog?
6.
Mac?
21.
Daku was pretty good. 24. Caspian?
21.
And Vincent?
10.
10. Okay, so with Bog and some other people stumbling around a little bit, Daku and Margaret also carefully keeps your group in line, and feel free to place yourself anywhere along this top line here. Because you get there, no arrows come flying in your direction. So feel free to position yourself along the top line, and then we'll take it from there.
Are we by the wall?
If you, I'm going to say we're going to start with you guys anywhere along this top row
Okay.
grid, and then we're going to pick it up from there.
Okay.
Okay. So you'll seemingly get safely to that point. What would you like to do now?
Yeah, no, I'll just carry on making my way towards the wall, trying to. If anyone told me that there were traps, I'll follow someone with dark vision, try to step where he steps.
Okay. Margaret says, "Follow me, human. Do not take a false step." And Margaret carefully goes round here and then presses his back hard against the wall. Now it is slow going, as I said, because of these barricades, but you seemingly get close enough up against the wall. Vincent,
Okay,
Bob, Caspian, Mac, are you doing anything?
Bog, do you have dark vision?
Nope.
So yeah, I would walk together with Bog then.
Yeah, I'd have to kind of like stick close to someone.
Okay, Daku comes as well. He's very stealthy, presses his back against the wall, as I imagine you all do.
Really risky.
Is there any light coming from like the other side of the wall? Like, is there any moonlight that at least lets me see
Oh, there's,
climbing?
yeah, it's not pitch black. I mean, you can see.
Okay.
I mean, it's... if
All
you're
right.
in a dungeon, it'd be
Then
a
in that
problem.
case,
But you're not
I will
blind at
start
nighttime.
climbing. I'll start climbing as stealthily as I can.
Okay, so Edward is going to start climbing. What are the rest of you going to do?
Mac's just going to
Caspian.
be ready to do the illusion whilst the first couple of people go up and over.
Okay, Caspian?
Caspian is waiting until the first one's at the top and only then start climbing if that person does not get noticed.
Okay, so Edward, you're going to start climbing. I will point out that climbing and stealthing at the same time is very difficult. So, but you're more than welcome to attempt it.
Yeah.
Okay, Edward.
Can
Please.
we help like with the help of the climber, because we can boost him like to go more easily, to climb more easily.
Yeah, you could boost him up, give him a little bit of help if you like. Is that what you're doing?
How
Vincent?
high is the wall? It's not like if they boost me up,
Strength.
it's still higher than that, right?
It's 20 feet high.
Okay, yeah. So that will just give me a head start.
Are you going to boost him up, Vincent?
Yes, yes.
Okay, make me an athletics check, please, Edward, at disadvantage. The boost from Vincent is going to lower the DC a little bit.
In any way, shape, or form, could I use acrobatics in here? If I try to use my dexterity to make my way up rather than sheer strength?
I think that would be fair. Yep, using
All right.
leverage.
Disadvantages.
Because you're exhausted. Okay, you reach up, doing an excellent job getting to the back. Now make me a stealth check at disadvantage.
Sure. Right. Even though it's dark. Oh, it wasn't too bad.
Okay, now you're at the top of the wall. No one seems
What
to
to-
have noticed you.
Is there... okay, I imagine I carried a rope. So I'm gonna start tying a rope to the top
Okay,
and letting it go down to try and make the next person coming up the climb easier.
Okay. So you're right on the top of the wall, but I'm going to move you there. You're not actually there, you're on top of the wall, but this is the view that you see.
Okay, I am going to signal everyone to move towards the left because we seem to have, but not too much because there might be guards there. So just like I'll move a bit to the left and drop a rope here.
Okay, rope is right there.
We seem to have started the climb too close to the prison. Yeah, I'll just let everyone start climbing up here. And once I tie the rope, I will start climbing down.
Okay, same thing. Acrobatics check at disadvantage. That's a stealth.
Is it still me? No one else on the other side?
Well, if you're climbing down the rope, that's what I mean. You need to make an acrobatics check to climb down the other side.
If I have the rope, does that assist me in any way?
Well, let's see. You have a 50-foot rope. You can drape it over both sides, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll do a knot on the middle, so I lasso it on the middle and then dropped it on the both ends.
Okay, I still need an acrobatics check for you though at disadvantage, and I'm adjusting the difficulty class because of the rope. So
Sorry, I forgot to do disadvantage. I'll do it again.
slip down the other side so you're actually there now. Still, no one seems to have noticed you.
I will hide in this corner here. Wait for
Okay.
everyone else.
Okay, I think now that you're over the other side, it's time for another stealth check. Still at disadvantage. No, straight stealth check because it's dark. Straight stealth check now because it's dark.
Okay.
Okay. Who's next? Or somebody want to do something else? What's the plan?
Can
So who's
you
next?
So is there a rope from the top down to our side, or is the rope on the
Yes,
inside?
yes.
The rope's
It's
straight
on both
over.
sides.
Both sides.
Okay.
If I think we're not going to be able to do the original plan. This is Edward thinking of doing the fire on the east side. So if I have any oil, I'm going to start spreading some where I am whilst I wait for the others. And just the plan is to burn it here and make our way to the tower. So yeah,
I
I'll
think
just
with
use
your
my oil here.
stealth of 21, you can do that. Start dousing the base of this guard tower with oil. Okay.
I'll be patiently waiting for others.
Okay. Caspian, Vincent, Bog, anybody? What are we going to do?
I think Caspian said he was readying to climb next. Or did I miss it?
No, yeah, sort of. He's basically just waiting for things to go south, which he's actually expecting.
It's like he's met us.
He has very little faith in this plan, so basically he's just hanging back.
Hey Malcolm, how
Caspian
long
the
has it been?
Wise. Sorry?
Malcolm, how long has it been? How long has it been since I cast Find Familiar?
I don't know. I'd say about an hour.
Okay, then it's gone. I just want to make sure it's gone. I think it is.
Doesn't it last until it's dismissed?
No, for me it's class level divided by 2, rounded down. So for me it's an hour.
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay. Yeah, I see the picture on Roll20, but I have no idea where exactly we are. I do think I should probably. I'll turn to the group and be like, I have a pretty good idea of the general layout once I can get in, but I'm not the stealthiest. I'm not the best climber, so should I?
Maybe you can read light shape.
If I do that now, I won't have it to say I'm all out of spells, and if I use it now, okay. If I do it now, I won't be able to do it at all inside, which
Okay.
might be an issue.
I mean, we have the hope to help, so I think we can also can boost you.
Yeah, okay. Because once I go inside, I can kind of direct a little bit of like general area where people are. So I'm just gonna go now. But Mac, if I start stumbling, be ready to do something maybe to distract, and then we can just make a mad dash up here.
Yep, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right.
Okay,
So
so
I'm
climbing up the rope.
Yep.
Now you are exhausted. There is a rope there, so I'm just going to ask for a straight athletics or acrobatics. Bog, you climb up the rope and you're almost to the top. You slip off the rope and you fall down. You fall down hard and you take 4 points of damage. And that makes a noise. You see the 4 palisade guards come over and they start having a close look over there. Before we're using their passive perception. Now we're going to make active perception rolls for those guys. Not a good time for a natural one, Mr. Mac. Okay, so active perceptions. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, does it take them some time? Are they climbing down, or are they just looking?
No, they're looking out. I mean, they're above you guys. They look down, and they can't not see you now. They get a look at you. Hey, what's that? Freeze! Don't move a muscle. What do you guys do?
Which side
Yeah,
did
I
they
run.
yell? From this side here?
Both from this side they're yelling, and from this side they're yelling. What do you do?
Yeah, I think Caspian already starts backing up.
Yeah. I think I'm going all in. Like we already started, and Edward's inside. So
Yeah, so yeah, Caspian is just like, oh fuck, the arrows is gonna come, dodging, moving, get out.
So come back here, Caspian. You can absolutely dash, but it's going to have to wait till your turn.
Should everyone roll initiative?
Yeah, we're rolling into initiative.
feel like this is how it always works. 30, 40 minutes of planning and then
It all goes out the window with a
Didn't
natural
even get a
one.
chance to do a distraction. Yeah.
sorry.
That's all right. This is all part of the fun. Natural ones happen.
The question is if Edward knows what's going on.
Well,
I think he heard.
you hear the guide shouting, like, "Oh, who's that?" And actually, this is not going to be over in 10 minutes when I need to pick up my kids. So I think maybe we'll stop here. If nothing else, we should get Daku back next week. Is that all right with everybody?
Sounds great.
Yeah. Don't forget I'm out
Good.
next week.
Okay. Well,
Eddie
I'm
volunteered.
not sure I can play next week because it's 5:30 in the morning now.
Wow, that's hardcore.
we'll see what happens next week.
Let's see.